Open Topics with Don Armando.
It was good. Yeah, I'm just here chilling, and this is like one of my impromptu streams. I was about to actually do it last night, but as you know, um, tragedy struck. So one of my friends in the Dominican Republic, he was actually one of the pioneers of rap in that town. I just got news that he passed away, so I didn't really feel like doing a stream. Of course. Thank you. All right. Yo, saludo, Wani. Yeah, I sent the link internally because like aside from my sector and what's going on in other sectors, I think it was just rather better that I sent it internally, so therefore we could actually have a solid panel. Nah, you didn't miss anything on Lil Me. It's just that I was supposed to do this stream yesterday, but then since a friend of mine's passed away in the Dominican Republic, I was not really up to it to do the stream. So tonight that's why I'm doing it, and then tomorrow will be every Wednesday the martial arts segment of open topics, where me and my co-host Pete we actually talk about the martial arts critiques and whatsoever. Oh yeah, there's a favor. There's one thing I got to do for you, soldier. Let's see what I got to do. All right. Oh yeah. Yeah. So as of now, soldier, you are now an admin on my channel. Yeah, it is. I mean, it was like he was one of the friends when I was very into rap, and I was actually discovering that there was rap in the Dominican Republic. He was one of the guys that actually gave me a shot and mentored me on how I could do my flow and everything a little bit, how I could critique it. Now this guy, he was a master of what he did. He was one of the leading forces of rap in Dominican Republic during the early 2000s. So his loss is actually a big tragedy within the Latino is a loss within the Latino, not only the Latino, but the Dominican hip hop community as well. But then again, it's actually a loss to me because he was a good friend of mine, and his son is actually in the major leagues right now. Shout out to Denny Santana. How you doing, Don Jose? This is everybody. This is Don Jose. This is part of my people from the aggressive section. So everybody give a much due respect to Don Jose, because he's actually one of the guys that actually started out for me from the mud. So good. He's a good guy. Gives sound advice, and then on top of it, he actually gives rational. He actually gives rational advice to unreasonable stuff that we actually go through in life. In other news, yeah. What's good? Yeah. Hey, how you doing? Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, Doggy's having some issues with his StreamYard. I don't know what's going on.
All right. I mean, yeah.
It took
I
me
mean, sometimes it'll be the phone, sometimes it'll be firewalls.
yeah,
Yeah.
like it took me a couple times to actually kind of get signed in. So, but
Got you.
we
I mean,
we appreciate you.
sometimes that joint will be knocking me off too. Of
Yeah, it's
course.
knocked me off, and then I
I
forgot to
mean,
change my
sometimes that
name.
joint be got yeah. I mean, it happens. Because I was like PB. I was like, all right. Maybe this is
Yeah,
related.
I know. I was like, "Who the heck is PB?" Oh yeah, that's me. Yeah,
Yeah.
dogs. Look, he's on a chat. Says can't get on. Can you send him the link? Like
Yeah, I
through
sent
just
them the
through
link
him?
on I sent it through him on Instagram. Yeah, the reason
Hey,
why I'm
dog.
not
When you
putting out
follow this,
links because
yeah.
yeah.
Um,
The reason why I'm not putting out links like that is because it's getting real. I'll put it on for this thing, but the thing is, though, I'm not really doing it is because it's been getting a lot of it's been getting crucial in these New York in these YouTube streets, and the thing is,
right,
though, it's like yeah, I mean, it's like okay, aside from whatever happened with certain peoples that we know of, right? Me and
right.
Jose, we actually know that there's a certain person that has it out for us that he's a jerk, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I'm not going to mention his name or anything like that. I'll tell you behind the scenes. So
yeah,
that's why I'm like, okay, since certain people they want to just spread negativity and all the other stuff, and then
yeah,
certain other people I'm not going to actually give shine to because they're negative. It's just
yeah,
that that's why I was trying to do something like a little different.
yeah. No, I get it. I get it. The minute that you
Yeah,
see somebody, this is your show, this is your platform. So if you feel like it's going
yeah,
sideways or you don't like it, this is all you. We appreciate you,
of course.
allowing us to come up here, and to say our piece. And if Dog can tap into that StreamYard that's on the chat, because you might have to sign in again because it's new, Dog. Just
Yeah, I
sign
mean,
into your email and it'll prompt
sometimes
you.
it'll be like cookies too. That'll be stopping them. That'll be preventing people to actually get
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
Yeah,
Because it took me a good 3 or 4 times to kind of, I'm like, oh, what's going on? Never did this before. Okay, allowing in things. And so, hey, how are you? I don't know.
yeah,
CEO of the Uncommon. What's up?
Good evening. First of all,
Good.
Don Armando, thank you for allowing me on your platform. I can't stay long because I'm going to be on later tonight. But of course, I just want to make my presence felt.
all right.
And I don't know who should guess, but she seems to be a pleasant person.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. I was trying to change
Yes,
my
she
picture
is.
so everybody can see my picture, but for some reason it removed my user picture, but I appreciate that. I'm sorry you
Yeah.
can't stay long, and trust me.
Yeah.
Ah,
I mean, this is Jose. I think you might have spoken to her before. This is Lucky, by the way. It's just a new name, Lucky
yeah, I
Seven,
got a
that
new
she goes
name.
by, or Phoenix.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Now I think I remember. Wasn't it one time that you were talking about how a certain content creator, which we're not going to name, uh, tried to get with you, and then you decided not to have anything to do with it?
No. Wrong person.
Okay. Okay. My apologies.
No,
No.
no,
No
we're talking
content
about
creator
some.
ever try to get with me.
No, we're talking about a certain person that. All right. I think that might have been another person.
Okay, I stand corrected.
Yeah, no, that definitely
Okay.
wasn't me. Nobody was trying to get with me.
Okay, well, unfortunately, here on this platform, we have a lot of crazy people, and I refer to them as the circus because they all act like a bunch of clowns.
They do. You're right.
Yeah.
And some people take this internet too serious that it blends in with their life, and then then they get exposed for their real life. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, but
I
I
mean,
can relate.
I
Yeah,
mean,
but I can relate what Don Armando goes through. I mean, basically, this is the thing: is before I let any, before I let any stranger onto my platform, they have to come up in the backstage, because you know, we all have ops that we have to deal with. So now
yeah.
now the latest op thing is that I'm undocumented.
Oh, jeez. Hey, dog, where you at, dog?
I mean,
Did you get the link?
I'm, yeah, I put the link in the chat description. It's the same thing. I don't know how come dog can get on. So, I mean,
I don't. People are
yeah, I
just
don't know.
out.
Maybe it might
Like
be.
before the internet, people actually, like you were face to face with people. Either you saw them, or you get on the train or the bus or the bicycle, or you walked or you drove. But you were going to meet people face to face. And if you had any problems, it was always face to face. And there was no, Bucci, there he is. Hey, none of this
Hey,
nonsense
how
that
you
goes on
doing?
the internet,
Hello?
you know. But,
Don, what's up? Salute.
Salute.
there's some people that just needs to be put in their place. And we don't
Yeah.
want nobody taking sides. We want just people to hear the
Yeah,
truth. That's it. That's it. This is like going to court in a way.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're
yep.
defending the truth. And
Right.
we have
Well,
our evidence. And then you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna leave
yeah.
it,
Well,
I'm gonna give it to dog.
yeah. Go ahead.
All right. Well, it started.
Matter of fact,
It
I'll give.
all started. Go ahead, Don. Go
Dog,
ahead.
you muted?
I mean, nah, I'm here, so I'm just letting dog speak.
Okay. Okay. So it started.
No, I
It
mean, is he
started with
muted?
Y'all can hear
Oh
me?
no, no, I'm not. No, I'm not muted.
No, is dog muted?
You
No,
can't hear
he
me?
was about to actually speak. Now we hear you.
There you go.
Okay. 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 Now, what I was saying is, it all started the live was going well, and you know how it is on YouTube. Sometimes we engage with other people, and a lot of stuff is said. But then when you start to say certain things that cross lines, like racial lines and gender lines, you start it doesn't leave a good aftertaste if you're a person of character. So I was in the bushes. I wasn't in the bushes. I was participating in, but as a viewer. I wasn't on the panel or anything like that. And a gentleman came up and he apologized to a bunch of people, but the level of disrespect that he had thrown around, some people weren't ready to accept that apology at that moment, right? So at that point, you know, a, a, a a problem occurred, like a clash of ideologies. One ideology was saying, "Oh well, he's here, so you might as well just accept the apology." Bing bong boom. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, it doesn't work like that. See, when you give an apology, it's for technically it's for you. If the person accepts it or not, that's something you have to live with. Because respectfully, you shouldn't have to be apologizing to nobody for no dumb shit, especially nobody that you don't know, right? So You know,
Right.
Phoenix Blaze here was called all type of names, disrespected. So she gracefully bowed off the plat. You know, she didn't make it a big stink that night or nothing like that. And so 2 weeks go by. 2 weeks go by, and I see another live go up, and it's disrespecting her again. Right. So
Wow.
now, yeah, it's disrespecting her again, Don. So I'm like, all right, fuck all this. So I don't know. Anyway, so I was like, yo, you can come over here to my platform, and I'll give you the floor, and say whatever you feel, and get it off your chest. So that's what I did. I just sat back and I listened like everybody else. Then what was it? Um, Last Friday, I'm getting ready to go to work, and I'm scrolling through, and I see this very disrespectful post on his community wall, and he has me in the Django situation, but he got me as the slave, and he got Leonardo DiCaprio behind me, and I don't know what he's insinuating is AD, because my main channel that I mainly be on is AD's channel. So what are you saying? Who's my master? Are you trying to say, because so he had been jacking this bullshit paperwork, calling this man a grapo and a pedo and all type of other shit, only to come to find out he's been lying.
Right.
And mind you, when it
Hmm.
was when we finally when we because we're our own adults. I did my homework. He did his homework. Dog did his homework, and found out that this wasn't true. We can stopped. Like this isn't right at this point here.
Yeah,
It was our bad that we didn't do our homework on trusting somebody
earlier.
else was give yeah. If we would have done our homework earlier, like 2 years ago or
This one,
whenever,
yeah,
it would have never gone that far with that accusation. But that's our own fault. So we owned up
All
to it.
right.
But go
Yeah.
ahead, dog. Go ahead, dog.
yeah.
Got you.
So you know what I'm saying. Now,
I mean,
go ahead, Don. Go ahead.
no, you can say what
Uh,
what you have to say.
Oh, so he put up the post of he's trying to be funny and all that, right? Meanwhile, he got like, you understand, like I was taught, if you live in a glass house, don't throw stones. You live in a glass house, buddy, and the stones that you threw at me, they came back as boulders at you. Because the true you, we found out who you are. We found that you're an irresponsible 50-something-year-old man. You 65 now, 66, however old you are. But when your negligent behavior occurred, you was already over 55 years old, right? So all I did, y'all, I posted his real life charge. Apparently, some little boy got a hold of his firearm and shot himself in the eye. This is all facts. This is in the newspaper where he come from. News report, all of that. Video, all of that. You could clearly see him being put into the back of a fucking police truck, right? So what I'm saying is, don't come on here and tell lies and this. How do you know Lucky off the internet? So anything you're saying about her is what? Slander. It's bullshit. It's all conjecture because you can't. This is you being mad, having something to say. Now I'm a cokehead, but all your charges say you are the cokehead. You're a drug addict. You don't have no
Wow.
distribution charges. You don't have no manufacturing charges. So what does that mean? You's a customer, nigga. Every time you got caught with some bullshit. You wasn't out here doing nothing. So when you start, this is what I'm saying now. When you start, you calling me, you calling me an irresponsible parent. My oldest son is 28, and he never shot himself with any of my weapons. My youngest is 11, and nothing like that has ever happened. So who's the irresponsible parent? Who's the irresponsible elder? You are. So don't play with me, bro, because it's a lot. You got a lot. You got a lot going on with you, bro. Like, what's up with this drug case? What's up? Who? Which one of y'all informed on the guy that gave y'all the money to start your drug operation? Which one of y'all did that? Are you a senior? Do you have a junior in your bloodline? Because somebody's a rat. The paperwork says it. We got it. Remember on Sunday when I told you to cease and desist and stop, leave it alone. We've said enough. Stop talking. We gonna stop talking. You couldn't stop talking.
Right.
Now we got your paperwork.
Mhm.
So see,
I mean,
black
me
and white don't
personally,
lie. Go ahead, Don.
it doesn't.
Well, okay. Well, I'm not familiar regarding this particular situation, but one thing I will say is that whatever is hidden, sooner or later, it's going to see the light of day. Okay.
Right.
And if you're into some dark stuff, it's going to be discovered sooner or later.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that's all we're saying. Like, you. We asked you to chill out, bro. Listen. I understand you follow the Muslim faith and all of that, but this ain't respectfully. This ain't Haji land, son. This is the United States of America. Women have
Right.
rights here. Women have
Hmm.
rights. You can't you you,
Yeah.
you can't handle them the way they handle them over there in them rag countries, nigga. You crazy? But that's how you want them. That's how you want. That's
I
how
mean,
you want these women.
See, here's the thing, though. You know what I'm saying? You can call me the B word. You can make fun of me because I can't dance or blah blah blah. Those are names at the end of the day. I don't care. I'll laugh about it. You can call me dead face. You call me whatever. It's just names. Okay. But when I've been sitting next to you for a year and a half, thinking that you were this type of person, a good person, you know, all around just an honest, altogether person. You know what I'm saying? That if one day me and you had discussed something and we didn't agree with it, then we could sit in the back,
Yeah, I'll be right back, y'all. I'll be right back.
all
okay?
right,
We
all
could
right,
sit
of
in the back
course,
and be able to
those.
talk to one another. You see what I'm saying? So when you just throw me
Hmm.
to the side and disrespect
Yeah.
me, and then you want to call me out, and then you want to take, make me look like a fucking an idiot. You know what I mean? And call me out my name and call me a drunk and call me out my color of my skin, which again, I'm not white. I'm not white. And you continue and continue and continue. But the very next day, you block me, so I'm not able to contact you whatsoever on every social platform that we're connected to, even my cell phone number. But then 2 weeks later, you want to sideswipe me with some lie that you're pushing somebody else to talk crap about me. They don't want to. They're just confused why this is all happening, you know. And you call my name after 2 hours, and then when I go up on stage to defend myself, and I call you a liar, I get automatically cut off. I get forced to like somebody that I don't like who's racist, and come to find out you're just as racist as that person is. And you're disrespectful to the fact that, as a woman, that I'm supposed to bow down to you as a man because I'm only allowed to speak until I'm spoken to. And then you confirm it on the audio that this is who you are, and that's it. And not only have you done it to me, but you've done it to multiple women. Okay, the disgrace that you come up here talk about all these beautiful queens and I love women and powerful women, but then you are like overnight, just like that overnight, all of a sudden, women should
We
stick it
should
to their
call you
place, and
Ike.
women need to get beat down if they
Yeah, we
talk.
should call you Ike Turner. Because you out here telling
This is the
telling
kind
men
of
to go
stuff that you
beat their
want your
woman.
kids to listen to when they get on the internet. to your daughters, to your aunts, to your mothers, whatever, women in general. I'm not talking about where women are stronger than men physically because we're built different. But we want that respect. This isn't 1920s. This is 2025. And if you have a problem with me and I have a problem with you, I think as adults we should be able to talk about it. And this could have been easily dropped the next day. This could have been easily talked about the next day. But this man won't let you talk at all.
Dude,
He'll talk. He'll talk around you. He'll talk behind you. You know what I mean?
Talk over you.
I mean,
Mhm.
you have certain people, right? I'm not gonna go around and say I'm the best guy because I wasn't. And
Yeah.
then when I lost my mom's, it was what it was. Now, if you really look at it, it's just that now sometimes certain situations will change you, will break you and change you. And in my case, right after my mom passed, people that I actually thought were cool, they were the ones that actually betrayed me. So it got me to the point of no return. And when I actually got with my own wife during those times, my mind state was like, you know, it is what it is, and
She had to break you out that mindset, didn't she?
yeah, because it was like after my mom passed, right? I was
Hmm.
actually and after the betrayal and everything, I was like,
Hmm.
okay, I was in a mindset that I was gonna go and go
Facts,
live
little man.
the quote unquote street life for the rest of my life, or I'm just gonna go and focus my whole life under vengeance, and then this, that, and the third. It was like to the point that I was all right with it until I got with my lady, and over the years and everything like that, she broke me out of it, and
Right.
she broke me out of it because it's like to the point. Live like if you're living in New York and you see a whole bunch of stuff that's not going your way and everything like that, of course you're gonna actually think negative.
Hmm.
And that was like my mind state. And I'm just saying that for myself. After I lived here in Philadelphia, sometimes it's not like New York or anything like that. But one thing that I could actually say is that I find solitude because not everybody's in my business.
Right.
And
That's the
now I
most
just go
important thing, though.
now I, yeah, now I just hang with my wife.
Solitude.
I don't really if I have a friend, I have a friend, but I don't really do the hanging out stuff like that.
Yeah, when we get older, we get more mature. It's nice to just be in your backyard, have a couple drinks, a bonfire, some music. We're safe. Other people are safe, no drinking and driving. You know what I'm saying? We mature and we understand, how to start living every year. But the thing is that, like at the end of the day, you know what I mean? If Don, if you have a problem with me or dog or is it uncommon? If we have a problem as adults, we should be able to talk without using hate of race, hate of your sexuality, hate of everything. You know that we're all already and still dealing with this in this country. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Um,
Right.
when I'm so easy to get along with. Like people have known me in '80s community for a minute. The only thing that they've seen me is they've seen me grow. They've seen me grow and do better.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not nowhere near perfect. You know what I'm saying? I had one incident one time in ADs. I was silly drunk and he's like, "Shh, you shut it down." I'm like, okay. The next day I apologized in the community in front of everybody alive because I drank a little too much. And that was the last time you ever saw me do anything dumb like that. Okay. I'm responsible. I have a career. You know what I mean? I have responsibilities.
But you're
I
human,
took care of
though. You're human.
but I'm human. I'm human. But what I will
Yeah.
never do, if I see somebody come out of pocket with me, I will never call them out their name. I will never make lives about them. I will never embarrass them. I will talk to them behind the scenes. So that way it shows, respect for them, me, and the community. Because this is what happens when you do some dumb stuff like that. Everybody's like, what's going on? What's happening? And we don't want to speak and say
Right.
because you know what I'm saying? It should have never happened in the first place. And then it's like, oh, I want to jump in your DMs. Listen, that's not how we have a life besides this here. But what you know, there's a lot of stuff that you guys don't know it's in the woodworks that we're gonna bring out. But we're waiting for this person to stop. Just stop. Just stop. Take the
Mhm.
L and stop. I'm tired of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know he's
Yeah.
tired of it.
Excuse me, but you know something?
Go ahead.
One thing about the four of us, we have what's known as a moral compass. Okay, we know how to conduct ourselves as a group. Okay, and if we do have a disagreement, we're mature enough. You know what? We're going to take it outside of this platform, and we're going to have a discussion in private and see if we can resolve it. And then if we cannot resolve it, then we just have to go our separate ways and not discuss it any further. The problem is
Exactly.
that
That's what
there's
adults
too many
do.
people that don't know how to do that. Okay, I mean, not just here on this platform, but outside. I mean, when you think about somebody insecure, immature people that sometimes we have to deal with, and and part of the problem with somebody's boys, because they're not men, I mean, they never learn how to properly approach a lady. It's like, what happened is, hello, my name is so and so. I like to get to know you, blah blah blah, and things of that nature. But no, I mean, they see a lady, and then they have their misconception of who they are.
All right, I got a
Yeah.
question for
And,
for you two
uh,
gentlemen, right? And it's two questions.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. For the archetype, which is an alpha male, right? Where is it in the archetype that if your feelings get hurt or anything like that, that you try to make lies and then try to get that person arrested just because your feelings is not hurt and you don't know how to debate, but yet you like to throw insults? Where's that? Where's that in the
That's not
context of
alpha
being an
male
alpha male?
behavior.
All right, yeah, I just had to go
It's
around
not.
and make sure.
In my
And,
No.
that's the textbook definition of a beta male or an incel.
Ah, there you go. There you go. You got it.
all right,
That's right.
yeah, because
Alpha's gonna
for these
come to
past
you.
2 years as
Alpha's
I've
gonna
been a
come to you,
creator,
Doc.
exactly, that's what I'm saying. For these past 2 years, I got doxxed and everything like that because one day some guy made a grievous mistake on talking disrespectful stuff towards my wife, and I actually went off on him. I'm gonna be
Mm,
lying. I'm a
right.
calm dude, but I do
As
have a
you
temper.
should.
So I went off on him. I went off on him and everything like that. People were laughing. I don't see why the heck you laughing. You like people disrespecting another man's wife. I was not even gonna go and take it right there. I was gonna take it
Yeah.
offline. And then when you actually say you're gonna take it offline, they was like, oh, we're gonna make sure that we're gonna have we're gonna go and make sure if it does happen offline, we're gonna go around and make a plot make a plot. So therefore that person could get arrested, and then on top of it, we're gonna have all these witnesses and everything like that to make sure that he goes to jail. When I actually found out that
Not.
that wasn't work, they went up and they did the next best thing, which is doxing. And then on top of it, to go around and make fake dating accounts using my wife's picture. So my thing is this: since you
Oh.
don't want to go around and do all this stuff just because it's like two factors of it. One is because of that argument, and the other one is because I was friends with the content creator that certain people did not like. So therefore, when that person was telling me their problems, instead
Hmm.
of okay being a subjective person and everything like that, they want to try to throw me into the mix, make lies and everything like that, which I don't really respond to a certain person. But apparently, since that person I guess got my real name and everything like that, it seems that whatever I do is I'm in their mouths. So I guess I'm living in certain people's heads rent free, and then I guess they're mad because of their plot or something like that. I found it out and it didn't work. So They're saying, no, we're going to go and call
It's a
this,
lot of
that, and third. For what? That's what I'm saying.
done. I'm realizing
So,
it's a lot
so
of
you can,
undercover man fans out here, bro.
yeah.
Yes.
Like, what is so wrong? Okay, you guys as men, what is so wrong with a woman being an alpha and a strong? What's wrong with that? Is there something wrong with a
That's the
woman
only
being an
type of
alpha
woman I
and
want.
being strong?
I mean, to me, I think it's like, okay, certain people, right? And they're going with the archetypes of, I guess, Andrew Tate and a lot of other quote unquote alpha male. Um, Certain people could call them grifters. Certain people like, oh, we're just trying to teach men how to be men. Okay, if you teach men to be men, all right, yeah, that's good. But don't go around and try to say, okay, uh, oh, if a woman cheats, or it's good enough for you to cheat on a woman. I'm like, no, it's not. It's gonna actually cost you in the long run. So there's like certain stuff like that. I'm not really in agreement to. So
As a
therefore, when they
woman,
start,
as an alpha female,
nah, they're
I'm
just
talking
talking
about
about
strong, powerful women. I'm talking about strong, powerful women standing up for themselves and not allowing men to belittle them
exactly.
or make them know that the only thing they're good for is something to insert in, or they need to be in the kitchen, or they need to keep their mouth shut, or they spoke, just degrading them like they're not, their voice should not be heard at all. That's how I felt violated by this person.
Exactly.
I felt violated as a
And if
person.
you actually look at it, right, a lot of these stuff is like, okay, before the archetype of the alpha males and stuff, what happened to being a real man, right? A man that actually go around providing and everything like that. But no, a lot of these people is like, okay, you're not gonna go and become an alpha male, but yet you're going to go around and degrade everybody. And then when you actually thinking that you're actually winning an argument, or you want to use curse words and stuff, since you can't really debate a point like a mature person, you want to go and call yourself an alpha male. So my thing is this: where in the red pill alpha male, whatever you want to call it, what went wrong with certain people that don't know how to go and articulate their thoughts and feelings without curse words? That's what I want to know.
It went out the
Because
door.
when people get,
Go ahead.
because people, when they're not able, go ahead, babe.
No, no, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, but when people are not mature enough to discuss whatever they're feeling without using the colorful words and whatever, and actually get, calling everybody everything but a child of God, you
Yeah,
already lost the argument there. And a true male would not fear a strong lady. Well, not at
exactly.
all. In fact, if anything, like for example, as far as my lady's concerned, I expect her to express her point of view, and I expect her, if I'm out of pocket, that she's going to hold me, that she's going to check me. I don't have a problem with that. At the same time, if I think that no, she's out of pocket with me, I should not. I don't have a problem of discussing it with her in private.
Yeah, and that's something that I tried to do is I took advice from a couple people how to handle this, you know, and I just sat back and watched because the opportunity was there to watch me. Anybody that's known me as long as I've been on this platform, you know, knows me that they can actually talk to me. You know what I mean? I will own something if I'm wrong. I will stand and I'm passionate about it when I'm right. You know what I mean? But I'm willing to discuss it without calling names or without yelling and what I mean, or whatever it is. I wasn't given the opportunity to do that at all. Now this stuff stays on the internet forever, and you're sitting here the next following day calling me out of my name, degrading me, calling me stuff that just not the day before you thought I was the most amazing thing in the world. This man, I'm amazing, and overnight, just like that, with a click of a finger, I'm all of a sudden this trying to dig me into looking like I'm this awful person. You know what I'm saying? And it's disgusting because I would never do that to anybody. I'd rather fix the problem with somebody than do this back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But I never got the opportunity to. And when you corner me in the corner, what do you expect me to do? I'm going to defend myself. I don't care if this is the internet or off the internet. I'm still the same person. I'm still going to fight for what's right. And you disrespecting me out of the color of my skin because I'm a woman, calling me these disgusting things, and me not being the only one that this has happened to. It's like I'm stopping this person from somebody else experiencing the same thing and feeling disgusted. You know, one of the things that I heard today was what I went through, that person, but about their PTSD on this. That is freaking awful for that person had to feel that way. That's disgusting that somebody, that they had to remember the same thing that I experienced. No one should ever have to go through that. And it's sad that this person doesn't own up to what he did and continues to keep doing. Like he wants some kind of
What
clout.
has been doing.
This is the dark web if you want to go to that kind of world. This ain't the dark web. This is supposed to be
Right.
a place for people to do things and enjoy and laugh and learn and grow. I mean, for the love of God. And I went to dog because I needed somebody to stand and help me understand the decisions that I had to make. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because I got cornered. I didn't have a voice anywhere. And I didn't want to bring it to anybody's platform. I've never been on live before. 2 days ago was the first
I
time
got
I've ever
you.
went on live. I went on live. I've been on YouTube since 2013. Most of my, most of all my followers, 12,000 plus followers, are on TikTok. They're not on YouTube. You know what I mean? I use TikTok for fun, for laughing, for joking. I didn't think it was that serious like this. That people get like this out of pocket.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got to stop. People like that got to be stopped.
I agree.
And I'll be darned if I call somebody something so horrendous that they get hurt because of it. Or somebody sees that we're calling this person this horrendous thing, and they go and find this person because the docs and their address and stuff, and they go hurt. That's my conscience right there. You know what I'm saying? I don't want nobody getting hurt over a false accusation.
Right.
Right.
Not gonna happen.
Those allegations on any man is nasty allegation. And I don't care whether I like you or I don't like you. Messing with children and strong arming women for sexual. Nah, I ain't with all that. You got to get from around here. You got to go.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to apologize. Like a man, I went over there and I apologized, and that upset him too. I was supposed to shut my mouth and just let him go with his narrative. No, I can't do that, bro. Because if you really wanted to know,
I hear you.
you would have did the research.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a lot. Listen,
Mm-hmm.
I told him. I said, listen, what are you talking about? The only thing you could talk about on YouTube is a person's past. So if you don't know nobody to talk about yours, you shouldn't talk about anybody else's. Because nobody,
Right.
like for instance, there's 5 of us on the panel. No, none of us can tell each other what tomorrow's day is going to be like.
Mm-hmm.
So at that point, if you like, for instance, if you're gonna reference, Blaze's past, don't get mad if she reference yours.
Right.
See, everything you've tried to talk about is your own opinion. It's not.
And if you like, you're not trying to
Can be
bring this on.
factualized.
Yeah, like my past is beautiful. I've got a beautiful past. Nobody's life is perfect. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that's known me on this platform has known, and I have pride on this platform. You know what I'm saying? I'm human. You know what I mean? But I move on. I get stronger, and I feel safe in the community where I'm not being judged or ridiculed or anything. You know what I mean? But what I don't understand is, I'm not going to sit here and do things falsely to get views. Views are not that important to me at all.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And then you're going to sit here and, say the rock. If y'all don't even know, like, the half of how disgusting this person is. He's a disgusting human being. And I feel sorry for him, is what I do. I feel real sorry for him,
Yeah.
that he has to stoop so low to degrade somebody else because of whatever lifestyle he has,
Hide from his shadow.
hide from his
Yeah.
shadow. And we don't care. That's the thing, though. We don't care. Everybody's not perfect. Everybody makes mistakes. We all do. You know what I'm saying? But if you're willing to change that to be better and be honest and move forward and teach others and help others, shoot, every day I'm learning something new as I'm getting older. You know, I learn from the community that I'm in, the things that but I won't tolerate it. I won't tolerate someone disrespect to me for absolutely a minimal reason that wasn't even my fault, and I called you out on it, and I said one word, and that's it. That's not going to happen. I'm just not built
Yeah.
that way.
Well, I'm just going to say one more thing, and then I'll drop down. Look, when we have people that says crap about us, what it is, it just speaks about how empty their lives are. Okay, how pathetic their lives are, how sad their lives are. Because here, four individuals. We each have a moral compass. We each, have a certain amount of success in our lives and things of that nature. So when you have people who are hurt, because hurt people hurt people. So when you have people who are hurt and they come across someone that's doing reasonably well, it bothers them like crazy. And the only way that they can get any satisfaction is to just to try to trash us. I mean, that's the reality. That's something I have to learn. And I've been a content creator here for about 4 years, and I've seen the crap that Don Armando had to deal with, because I have to dealt with some of the similar crap that he's dealt with. Before I go, I just want to first of all, I just want to invite you to come to my platform. The channel is called Uncommon Sense with Jose Negron.
Right.
There, I talk about everyday issues, and we actually try to have logical solutions. And it's an open forum. Everyone's allowed to express their point of view. The only thing that I ask that we all be mutually respectable. And with that, I'd say thank you, Donna Armando, for letting me on. And
You're always
Ghost Dog,
welcome.
it was a pleasure speaking with you. And Phoenix Blaze, it's
Definitely.
also a pleasure speaking with you. Hopefully, at some
Yes.
point, you'll visit my platform.
Definitely, most definitely.
Yeah, I'm coming. I'll be here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Always
Jose, before
Have a good
you
night,
go,
good people.
put your link on the chat so everybody could actually follow you.
I don't really know how
Yeah,
to
yeah,
do
do
it.
that.
All you have to do is like go
It's
to.
called
All I have to do
Uncommon.
is like go to your page, right? Or just
Yeah,
say Uncommon Sense.
basically, okay.
Matter of fact,
Basically, okay. If you see the name, Uncommon Sense with Jose Negron.
We'll get the link from Don.
Just
We'll hit him up backstage and go copy and paste it backstage for us.
okay. I appreciate it, because I'm going to be going. I'm going to be. But you know what? In any case, it was a real pleasure. Speaking with you, great people.
Yes.
No doubt,
Lo
Jose.
mismo, lo
Same here.
mismo.
yeah, I'll put the link in the
Okay.
description so
Take
you
care.
know.
Okay. Thank you. Have a good night, guys.
Yeah. You too. Yeah. As you know,
Yeah.
as a content creator, right? The main reason why I have beef is because of who I am, right? I mean, I was born in the
Right.
United States, and I guess ever since because of the way I speak or talk or anything like that, you have a subset of certain people that do not believe that I am who I say I am until I have to actually bring documents, proof, and a DNA
Uh,
test, right? Yeah. So
right.
since I'm Dominican American, first generation, right? I do not sound like a regular quote unquote Dominican, nor I sound
American.
Hispanic. Exactly. And I speak Spanish
Right.
badly too. So you have certain people that they have like a
Yeah.
political thing, either be pan Hispanic or Dominican. That deals like, oh, you have to be on code with everything,
Mm,
or else we're gonna call you fake. Okay, but guess what? I told you what I am, and I said one little detail, and certain people was like, oh yeah, you're a fake. How am I fake when both of my parents are born in the Dominican Republic? First of all, right? And then on top of it, you have
yep.
everybody that they act like they know everybody's individual experiences just because we're of the same people. No, people have different experiences. Like for example, you had certain people that swear up and down that I'm not Dominican. When I actually brought the test results right there, they want to go and try to gaslight for their own benefit. Either it'll be political or racial. And some of the people that actually hate me, they want to actually in their eyes, they want to make Dominican Republic the next Argentina. And as you know, with Argentina, there was is actually a most is mostly a European population. So therefore, that's their dream goal when it comes to
Mm,
the Dominican
that's right.
Republic. But the thing is, though, that's not going to happen. So you have certain people that they have the notions like, oh yeah, we Dominicans, we're not black, because because of this, that, and the third. But if you really look at it, you have some of the most entertainers that are actually my skin or darker, but yet they want to say, oh yeah, they're Hispanics. No, if you actually look at history, right? It was Fray Bartolomeo de las Casas that actually went up and
Hmm.
wrote a letter to the Spanish crown to bring African slaves into what is now called the Hispaniola, right? So you have a whole bunch of idiots on both
Right.
sides, whether it be the Haitian side or the Dominican sides. They're arguing each other back and down, saying, "Oh, this, that, and third," right? But yet the idiots who are actually trying to say
Hmm.
that they're defending the Dominican Republic, anybody that goes against their grain or actually try to talk to some sense into them, they want to go around and dox the person. They want to go spread lies, this, that, and the third. And then, even in extreme cases, they want to actually try to disintegrate a person's marriage or try to send that person to jail just because
Mm.
of certain stuff that they don't do. So that's what I've been going through for at least two
Yeah,
years.
I
Even
definitely
though
those
some of the
differences. Yeah.
huh? I didn't hear you, dog.
No, I said that's dealing with some. You dealing with some ideological issues. And at the end of the day, it took me a while to figure out. You know, as a
Yeah.
kid, it was always me, but then I had to figure what it really was. You know, it's only one race, the human race. Everything
Yes.
else
Yeah.
is division. Because these
Exactly.
same
And that's
people that's
that's what I
talking,
see it.
they got two arms. Yeah, they got two arms, two legs. You know what I'm saying? They physiology is the same as yours. It's their eyes that's deceiving them, and you know what I'm saying. So you're gonna run into people
It
like
is
that,
ridiculous.
unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Well,
some of them will
would you,
figure it out, some won't.
as men that have wives, right? As men that have wives, would you let another man talk to your wives in the belief that that
Oh
women
no,
should keep their shut? Would you want to be hanging around them? And do you want your wives to be hanging around someone like that, regardless of whether they're had on the
no,
internet or
No.
off the internet? There it
No.
is.
no, because he one day he might be points in his mouth. Just
I love
in
the way
him.
that I love the way that my wife defend herself. She don't be on the internet like that, and just for people to go around and try to break down a person through their wife or anything like that is to me is weak. Why don't you just go and
It's
deal with the
weak.
husband?
It's weak.
Exactly.
Right. It's weak. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I
It is.
told son. I told homie. I said, I said, what you gonna do? You gonna show people my family? That's what you gonna do. That's what you do. If you can't, if you can't, if you cannot, you know what I'm saying, come at me intellectually with fact, because all he's been doing is lying and creating these narratives. And you
Yeah.
understand, this is why you want to DM everybody and have these little private conversations. I'll have the conversation in front of everybody and let them decide if I'm bugging up. You bugging
You
up.
know, doing sneaky stuff like making other people post stuff for this person, so that way at the end of the day, if that person gets caught out in the middle of an argument, they can say, "Well, I wasn't on it. They did it on their own." Doing sneaky stuff like that. If you're gonna own yourself, then own yourself. I mean, shoot, here we are, wide open in the line, waiting. And they never want to confront us one on one. We can talk. You want
Don
to talk?
Vito,
We can.
salute.
You know what I mean? We can talk. We're right
Hey,
here.
no,
I'm
he
not going to
doesn't want to
overtalk
talk.
you.
He
You
don't
know,
want to
what you
talk.
going to do is you want to yell over us and shut us up. And
Right.
shoot, wait till I get, wait till I get my stream yard. You know what I'm saying? Wait, you're going to have the opportunity because I want to hear what you have to say. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to talk over you. I'm not going to yell at you. I'm not going to do blah, blah, blah. But you know what? Everything that I've said in the past is because you pushed me in the corner and you gave me no other choice. Like it kind of embarrassed me a little bit that I have to
You
come out
ain't
of
gonna
pocket. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm better than that. But
Don
I'm not. I'm
Vito in
not.
the house. That's right, Don Vito. Hey, go ahead, love.
No, go ahead. What's up, Don Vito? That's what I'm calling you from now on.
Not, I was.
Don
Yeah.
Vito.
Oh yeah.
Got
Don
Don
Vito,
Vito in the house.
I got something for you, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the Don.
All right.
That's the real Don Godfather right there.
That's
I
right.
said
That's
that.
right.
Of course.
And I agree with that.
Yeah. Salute,
you
James.
know.
That yeah, yeah, that's a man of honor right there. So,
You know.
Of
you know
Like
what I'm
course.
you
saying?
like
And
this is just
and now,
this will be the end of this nonsense. But like if it continues on, like y'all gonna hear some stuff that y'all don't really want to hear that you guys like sat
Yeah,
next to. Like the stuff that disgusted me the most is just
yeah,
it's just uncalled for. Uncalled for. It's the lowest of the low.
yeah.
Unnecessary.
right.
But true colors out.
Yep.
I'm not gonna hide. I'll
I'm gonna
take
tell
my
you what, yeah.
kids. I'm
I looked at him. I looked at him as because when my first introduction to him, this is how I met him. I was over on the BBN network. You know what I'm saying? I'm a supporter. I was doing and for him to say I ain't had no business. Do you know what it is to open a CB? All right, I'm gonna tell y'all when we opened that CBD store. We opened it November, the November right before COVID hit. Remember COVID.
Right.
Sorry, my bad. The C19 came the first. It came after Christmas, New Year. That's when it really started hitting
Right.
everywhere. So we had opened it in November. So he doesn't understand. Yo, you need licenses. You need there's so much stuff you gotta have just to open a CBD store. So he
Right.
knows I was running an ad on the BBN. And well, I will say this: I saw that you know Frost was running his like Net Stars had put together this little. video, and it was pretty good. And Frost, but anyway, so I'm like, yo, I want to advertise because so for you to tell these people, see, this is like, bro, you was there when I was running, paying Jack to advertise my CBD situation. So you understand what I'm saying? We closed the store. You understand? We closed it down because last year there was a bill that they were going to sign, and if he would have signed it, it would have jammed us up where we would have to close. You know, but he fucked around and didn't sign the bill, and but we had closed already. Got all this inventory, so it's like now I'm thinking about
Right.
opening another spot. But he knew all of this, so to come on here and try to make it seem like, bro, I don't come on here talking about I'm doing this and I've been in the game and yo, I'm just a little regular YouTuber, dog. If somebody talks shit to me, I come from a place where, yeah, but what I'm saying, I'm from New York, so if you tell me my Jordans is fucked up, I'm gonna go upstairs and get the fresh shit and come back down there and say, these ain't fucked up, are they though? That's just what it
Yeah,
is.
exactly.
That's how that's what you understand what I'm saying. I'm not you diss me first, so I'm going to see
Right.
you stand on it now too. So
You
this
know,
is just man bravado.
yeah, yeah, I agree.
Go ahead, sweetie.
No, I'm agreeing with you. You know,
Yeah, we
like
here.
he's trying to change the narrative. He's trying to change the narrative that how could you let this girl come between you two? Like it doesn't sound like y'all really have much of a friendship, like at all. It doesn't seem like. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't seem like you had
No,
his number for a whole year and you only used it twice. You know what I mean? This guy made it sound like
right.
bros be hoes. Who's a hoe? Who's his bros? Like that was in the 1990s. Back then, saying that was kind of like the the funny cool thing to say. Now it's like nobody says that.
But we were
You know,
kids. We were
people
kids. We
mention
didn't have families and all that.
dumb stuff like that. Bros
Yeah,
before
we was
hoes.
little.
You think it was a hoe
Yeah.
before I called you out on who you are, a liar. I stand by that all day, every day. You're a liar, and I found out some stuff that made me
And I back
correct
that
your
up
move.
now.
You know. And this is not a roast just yet. Like you said, I'm gonna cook you. I'm gonna cook you. We're gonna
We
charbroil
see
you.
this is pork
All
seasoning right now. Yeah.
just
Yeah.
stop. Just stop.
And I
Or
don't
You
eat.
come up
going
I
in the
don't.
yeah, you going in the crock pot.
and talk respectfully.
Yeah, I don't
Come up
even
here.
eat pork anymore. So
Yeah. Just talk respectfully. Stop using people to get to us. We're right here. You have many
Right,
opportunities, but you sneak stuff
right.
on the walls. We're not doing the back and forth. Either stop it or papers are rolling too. Just read between the lines in that. Papers will roll. And if you think you're not touchable, think again. You're touchable. You think you're untouchable, but
Yeah.
you're very touchable. Very,
yeah,
very, very, very touchable. So stop it.
yeah. Salute
Because I don't
Urban
want to
Meyer.
see you
Legally we
guys.
talking about. So don't try to twist the narrative and make it seem like oh Lucky's putting paper on my head. I'm going to be assassinated. No, she's talking legally, clown. So let's
Yeah,
be clear.
legally. With your sex education, because it sounds like you
If
just
y'all
got
seem
sex
to
education.
yeah, because
Like,
you are the one, sir. You are the one who keeps telling me that you want to fight. But you want me to come to you. It don't sound like you want to fight. Because you would have
Saludo
came to
Juan
me.
and ¿Cómo está?
because he probably can't. That's why. He probably legally can't. You know? He eggs other
Well
people to fight his fights.
that's not
He's that person. He eggs other people to
yeah,
fight, but he can't fight
yeah,
his own fight.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And
And
quit
then
putting
hold
age
up though. I
because
gotta there you go. Yeah, stop. If you don't you notice when me and Blaze talk about you, we don't mention anybody but you. And when I said certain names, like behind the bar covers this type of shit.
Right.
It covers this type of shit. And you know what? He's very good at what he does.
Yep.
So that's the only reason because, like I told you, when everything is said on the truth will stand.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not afraid of anything I said, but I think you are afraid of the shit you were saying. That's what I
Right.
think because it seemed like you playing two sides of the fence, fat boy. That's what
Mm.
it seemed like. Like you playing two sides of the fence. See, I went rogue, nigga. I went rogue. I went off the reservation. I told him I'm going. You know, stay over there. I'm still part of the squad. I'm still going to support. But let me go do this. Let me go handle some shit.
All right, dog.
I'm wrong. I'm wrong. If I'm right, I'm right.
Right.
That's exactly what I did too. I'm still supporting where I came from, but I'm a grown girl with my 2 feet in the ground. And you know what? You're not going to sit there and have people go against me without knowing what's going on. At least have an ability for me to defend myself or say my point while you're trying to shut me up the whole time and then calling me out of pocket. You don't get to do that. You know what I mean? That's not how that the things go.
Right.
And then using other people's accounts to do crypto or incognito like threats is childish. We're live right now. You on the swivel watching us. You live right now. Why aren't you up here? Say your piece. Defend
Yo,
yourself.
check this out. Check this out. You ain't no real. Listen, you have offended my family. You have offended the Shaolin Temple, and I am here to pull your skirt. You understand?
I'm here to
You're
defend
talking
all
about
women.
stuff you ain't got no business talking about. You got women preachers. You got women warriors. You had women conquerors. Go back. They talk of the Queen of Sheba, not the King of Sheba. There's other powerful women in the Bible. I'm quite sure some other powerful women that ain't in the Bible. I told your stupid ass it took 3 women to get us into space. All the men built that stuff, but them 3 women's minds got that stuff up into the sky. Right? Maybe you think
Story.
you big enough to carry a baby, but I'm not. I heard baby pain is some of the most wickedest pain in the world. I'm glad I'm a boy.
Yep.
You know
Exactly.
what I'm saying? God bless the woman. So that's really,
Like
you know what I'm saying?
we
Go
don't
ahead,
want
buddy.
this beef. We don't want this to go this. We didn't want people to feel weird. We didn't want it to go sideways. We didn't want none of this stuff here. You know
No,
what I'm saying? But
no.
you don't get to just walk all over us and think that you're gonna have people. Oh, the stupid imaginary wrench that you think of. Like what? Like stop. Just stop. I'm asking
Stop
you nicely.
whispering in people's ear, bro. Stop
Stop
whispering in
listening.
their ear so you could tell them lies.
The people that you whisper
Right.
in their ears,
It was like
not listening.
it was like I was not adept to the situation because there's sometimes I watch AD and then on top of it there's certain times that that I have to do whatever I have to do, whether it be an errand for my wife, etc. Right?
Right.
When y'all actually told me about what was going on, I was like, wow. So I'm like, okay, I know what to do, and that's all I have to say. I'm not gonna go around and say much about that.
Yo, I was
But
I was shocked because you're supposed to be an elder.
Yeah, I know.
Like you supposed to be, yeah, in a sense, you supposed to be showing us how it was done. Like I used to tell my cousins, I'm like, yo, y'all realize our grandparents was around through slavery? You know the
Yeah,
stuff they saw. So this is why when they sit down and they talk with us, they talk with us the way they talk with us.
right.
I that's why I told them I said I, I can't respect you as my elder because you don't present as my elder. You've gained age, but you ain't gained no wisdom.
So let me ask you another question. So if I was a dude, right? All right, others. If I was a dude and I came up to you, to one of you men or any of you men in the chat, and I said, "Listen, I don't like the way your wife is talking about me. You better go beat her. Excuse me, beat her ass." What you gonna say to me
Now,
as a
now,
man?
now, now, first of all,
Right.
now, first of all, not for nothing, you don't go around and tell another man what to do with his wife, because 9 times out of 10, you're gonna lose your teeth, and that's how it should be. I don't care. I don't care if it's like, okay, it's
Well,
your cousin, if it's your cousin, if it's your best friend or anything like that. You do not go around and dictate and tell a man and dictate how a man should go around and handle his wife. Now, with that said, right?
well, he does. He feels like that.
Well, in this case, that's why he's losing. So the reason why I say this, right, is because you got certain people that they want to go around and be, I guess, false thought leaders, right? So when they're becoming false
Mm,
thought leaders, they want to go around and think like, okay, they have the ingenious idea that, oh, we should go around and dictate a man and a woman's relationship because all we seeing is a lot of stuff that's happening. Women cheating on men, men
right,
cheating on women, etc. So therefore,
right.
they think that they could go around and tell a person or how to dictate their marriage and everything like that due to suspicion and control. So that's what it is. Hello, Mr. Sacco. Um, I'm so tired, and Irby, I'm still
Or
here. So
That's the
it's just
real
a
Mr.
lot to
Sacco.
unpack from. Yeah, that's a real
yes, it
Mr.
is.
Sacco. Oh boy, I want to keep my opinions to myself on that one. But anyways, I'm not here to discuss that guy. I'm here to discuss the fact that um, it, it's a wild thing for someone just to go from one to the next, being this person that we thought like cared about us women or people in general to overnight their true colors and how he really feels about us and how we should get our butts handed to, our necks choked. And it's okay for something bad to happen to us because we deserve it and they laugh about us. These are audios that
But
comes out of his mouth. Okay.
Yeah.
This is coming out of his mouth in
that's
audios. Now, we don't want to defame him. We don't want to freaking well annihilate him with this stuff here. We don't want to. Just leave it alone, please. For the love of God, leave us alone and stop talking about us anymore. You lost. It's done. Stop it. Stop it. Just stop. I know how you are. I have a good
to
source
be
that
to
told me
just
that you don't stop and you go harass them because you enjoy it. Stop it. Stop harassing women. Stop it. Stop going after 18-year-old kids. Stop it. Stop.
Mm.
I with your check pass. You know what I mean? You and your custody. You've been nice tonight, and you know it. You know it. Based on that file I
Yeah.
showed you, I read.
Salute.
You still ain't. Yeah. You
Salute. Rock
know what I'm
steady.
saying? You gonna have to explain, right, Mr. Big G, right? How is you harboring a cooperator or a snitch? Better yet, it sounds like he came out your dusty testicle. Huh? That's how you know? You taught him how to snitch? Hmm? Well, nigga, you was talking about my son earlier, right? The paperwork say you or your son is a fucking snitch. Which one is it?
Damn.
Oh yeah. And I know your son got manslaughter, nigga. Just tell him I got a lot of scatter. We call it the scatter. I'm picking up a new scatter on the first. You understand? Some dog kicker shit. And I'm getting a bauble in the summertime. And I got two dogos. Right? The last time
Mm,
I fought two niggas in front of my house, I let all three of my pit bulls out. It was me, three dogs versus two
nice.
niggas. I'm not playing with you, bro. I'm not playing with you. Where I live out in town, these police will fuck you up. They'll
Yep.
fuck you up because you know why? They know me, they don't know you. And where I live at,
Mm,
you're not just gonna find here. You got to know how to get here. And it's woods behind my house.
oh, we're just
Woods.
talking about open topics and everything like that. So there was certain stuff that
Yeah,
actually went down. So therefore, there Phoenix and Dog Soldier, they were actually talking about what was going down, and we're just talking about opinions and such.
right. Because all right, for instance, the other day, an incident happened in another sector of YouTube. One YouTuber kept calling another YouTuber all type of, you know what I'm saying? And I guess he messed around one of the last times and called them a PDF, a pedo. What did that man do? That man drove 3 hours to that man's house, waited for him to take his children to school, oh, and basically just caught him not even realizing what was going on. I mean, he didn't. It wasn't. It was just like a normal fight. But the point I'm making is, some people ain't playing. Some people
Yeah,
ain't playing. They didn't come here for you to take a liking to harassing them. Okay, that's not what they came here for. And you don't have the right to do that to anybody. And if a person asks you to
right.
stop, just like I showed y'all in them Texas when I was doing my live earlier. I showed them. I kept, Don, the whole time I'm telling them, stop, leave it here. Enough has been said. We don't have to go no further, right? But the elder wants to play
Right.
clown games and talk about he want to fight and this, that, the third, and all bros before hoes, and how dare you let this type of
Hey, Don.
woman?
Hold on a second. Hold on a second, dog. Hey, Don. Hey, Don. Can
Yeah.
can you please do something with Mr.
Yeah.
Sacco? He's acting. Please. It's not tonight. Well, no, I don't have.
Yo,
This
Mr.
game here.
Sacco, Mr. Sacco,
I got a wrench too. I'm about to
yeah,
quiet
Mr.
him down.
Sacco,
He's weird. Too weird
uh,
for me.
yeah, yeah, dog, keep talking.
Yeah, so you
Yes.
know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
just
Mr.
like this is
Sacco,
this is a morale thing, bro. I've been around older men, and you definitely you don't act like a man who's 60 something years old, established, trying to, pass on jewels to younger people. That's not how you carry yourself,
right?
bro.
Okay,
So yeah, go ahead.
yeah. It's like to me that situation is like certain stuff that I've actually realized and such. So therefore, you know, with all that said, right? I mean, let's be honest, the stuff that I found out and stuff like that,
If
I'm
you
not.
keep it up, yes.
It's like if
Because
yeah, the stuff that I was saying is that if certain individuals they want to go and have those archaic beliefs that a woman should shut up and everything like that. Okay, let's be honest, right? And certain people need to understand this. I had to understand it late, right? So you want a woman to shut up, to be a doormat, and all that other stuff, right? And then on top of it, it's even worse when you have a daughter. Now, people who actually have that mindset, they'll actually think of their daughter as a bartering tool, as far as Mr. Sacco, it's not funny. Um, as a bartering tool to go around and say, okay, they'll use their daughter for a business deal and then secure a marriage. And I've heard so many stories from different parts of the world of how ignorant families, and I'm just going to use the word ignorant, is because they do not know the value of a woman. You don't try to or lessen the value of a woman, and they'll
Correct.
actually tell their daughters to go and marry a rich person. And then when they marry a rich person, they'll be like, "Oh, your husband's being aggressive for you. Just take it." Like, what educated woman is actually going to go and tell their daughter that?
Not an educated.
Yeah,
Exactly.
no.
So therefore, yeah. So therefore, you have to you have to go around and look at certain stuff, and then when a woman goes around and tell her daughter, "Hey, if your husband's getting aggressive, just deal with it." I'm like, "What?" My mom, God rest her soul, would have never told my sister that. And women that I knew in my family, they would not stand for that. Their husbands, the ones that I've seen work in sync with each other. You get what I'm trying to say? So if you're gonna go and how should I say? If y'all have like a disagreement, you have a disagreement, but then there's always love and there's respect. But then certain people that they want to go with women and men, and I'm just gonna say this. You have some women that they think that they could control men, and then when they control a man and berate him and everything like that, they'll be the ones to berate him in other ways. Because
True.
I'm gonna take an inch and I'm gonna go further. And then you
That's
got
very
men that they actually think I'm gonna take an inch and I'm gonna go further.
yep.
Yeah.
I've actually seen uh I've seen a woman literally talk down to a man, a good man, and talk down to him and treat him like crap, and then hold his kids over his head. You know what I'm saying? And
Exactly.
hey, look, I've seen it in both ends. It's wrong. I mean, hey, we live we, we we live in a world that there's good and evil, but you know what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. At the end of the day, all of us are judged by only one person, and it's the man above. And trust me, if you go deep into this whole thing, okay, and it blows my mind the stuff that I've been reading lately, and it's just no. I'm gonna defend myself and what's right, and I'm not gonna let somebody just sit there and and talk the way they do, and it's just I feel violated. Anyways, look, I'm gonna step down because um
Yeah,
I'm
I understand.
you know
I
what I mean
understand,
this is
Lucky.
it's almost not 9 o'clock. I still gotta drive home and eat. And thank you for having me on your platform, Don.
You're
I
always
appreciate
welcome,
that.
Phoenix.
I appreciate that. And we didn't want to bring the ruckus to your table. Trust me, I'm gonna get a StreamYard. And if it stops, it needs to stop. It's done. It's over with. That's it. Just leave it alone. But I'm not saying I'm bound down. I'm scared. I'm just kind of done with it. I've said it multiple times. I'm done with it. But you keep pushing that narrative, and you keep pushing to get clout, to get views, and I don't understand because you're really a nobody on here, and you're not really doing anything productive or whatever. I don't know what you do. You know, what I mean? This
This is what
person is like,
this is
oh, let's just say, I'm not gonna say this person. I'm gonna say Net Stars because that's his name. He needs to stop and leave me the hell alone. Leave dog alone. I just leave it
what
alone.
I'm telling you. This is the manifesto, right?
All right.
Either you you stop now. Like I told you on Sunday, and all them texts I sent you. Show the people the texts I sent you. At no point in time was I trying to be rude or aggressive. But then if you show them my texts, be careful. I might play your audio so they could understand. I tried to
Mm.
maintain. It's a couple times I snapped, but I kept it to the point where I'm telling you, stop now. Because if we keep going, who knows what else we gonna find?
Mr. Sacco, Phoenix
Right.
Blaze, I'm Lucky Strike. You know exactly who I am. Keep it respectful, and nobody, trying to be disrespectful towards you, and whatever it is that you're doing, keep it to a minimum, but just be respectful.
Oh yeah.
Okay, period. Stop being silly
So
like this.
you know, that's what I'm telling you. Wave the white flag, say you give up, and we go.
That's it.
I'm not
All right.
waving no white
Oh yeah.
flag for you,
I know that I have
right?
to give. Right.
There you go.
Yeah. Kevin Jones, I got a surprise for you.
So this, you
Right
know what I'm
here.
saying? I
It's
got
the surprise.
I got some disparaging audio on you. I already put up some paperwork on
Mm-hmm.
you. But we found some new paperwork today. Now we trying to figure out is it old you or young you? And cheese salad. And you know what I'm talking about. Are you a junior? Are you a senior? You dig what I'm saying? That means you got a junior, right? Somebody over there ain't playing the game right.
Somebody go over there and block Mr. Sacco because I'm done with his ass. I'm done with him. He's being stupid, like always. That's why he freaking got kicked out the community because he acts like an idiot. And I'm not dealing with him. We've asked him nicely, respectful, and he just keeps going on. He's annoying.
Yeah, you try to diss me, Mr. Sacco. You know what I'm saying? You and your dog fur coat. You need to stop it. Get outside, get some sun. Get you some sun. All right, stop hanging out with all them dogs, boy. Um,
Nobody screwed you over, Mr. Sacco, with your cheese and all that dumb stuff. Somebody please just block him. Don, could you, this is your platform. Can you please do something with that guy, please? Because
I
he's a shit
mean,
stirrer.
now you got the power.
I'm in the car, so
So how do I do that?
uh, I guess you would have to see the chat from where you at, but I know.
I got it. I got it. I got it.
Yeah.
Bye, Mr. Sacco. We told you to chill out.
Mm-hmm.
So it is what it is, man.
Yeah.
Like you know what it is, dog. I'm gonna tell you, you run my file. I'll tell the people right now. My first charge involved a firearm. My second charge, distribution with intent to,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Possession with intent to distribute, right? And then everything after that
Right.
was just some bullshit grabs, bullshit grabs. The last time I got, you know what I'm saying, I had to actually go get a real lawyer was down here, right? When I first came, I used to be a club DJ. So I was one of the DJs from the major radio stations. He was doing something, and he invited us over there. As we're leaving, that's back. That's when Fast and Furious was taking off, right? I mean, you know the series
All
because
right.
now they like Fast and Furious 15 or whatever. But it was we in
It's all
between,
good, Hope.
So my man got a loud car, and there was some chicks, and they was talking shit. So I was revving up the engine and the police pull us over in the parking lot. They try to say, "Oh, you were fleeing DUI." So I said, "I'm in the car." I'm like, "Yeah, what's my charge?" They said, "Well, you're fleeing and DUI." So I'm like, "How do I flee when I never left the parking lot? I'm still in the parking lot. Like,
Yeah,
y'all
exactly.
arrested me a few feet. You know what I'm saying? I could see the club that I just drove away from. So DUI, all right, cool. I told him, I said, yo, this ain't gonna stick. You know what I'm saying? I went through the booking process. By what, 7 o'clock the next night, I was home. I had to go see the lawyer. The first thing I said to this attorney,
Right.
and this is exactly what I said to him. I said, listen, you pull my file, when you go and see anything from my past that deals with crime, you're gonna see two things. I don't run
Right.
and I don't resist. You
Now I
caught
got one.
you caught me, right? I'm doing crime. You're
Mm-hmm.
a cop. That's your job to catch me. So if you want me, I'm gonna show you the respect. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I fucked up, not you. I did. So
Right.
y'all, listen. I went to court that day, and the arresting officer, because he was one of the white shirt dudes, and and the judge called the case up. I got to the podium, and you know what I'm saying. I said, Your Honor, my attorney said that this case has been it's been dropped. You know, and Your Honor said, Hold on, look down. Your Honor said, Yeah, you right. Have a good day. As I'm walking out, I looked at the white shirt guy. I said, I told you it wasn't gonna stick, and I ain't never go back to hang out in that part of town again. You
Uh.
understand? So that's all you're gonna find.
Well.
Nothing like yours.
Well. I don't. Well, I didn't really tell Pete about this live rock because there was a tragedy that happened and it both affected me and Pete because me and Pete we're actually affected by it. So I think he might be at a dojo. Don't I'm not quoting, but I think he might be at the dojo practicing. But he's gonna be here tomorrow. That's for sure.
All I'm gonna tell y'all people, just be conscious of the whisper. Right? Jesus ain't whisper to people. Jesus stood out and masses of people was able to hear what he was saying. The devil likes to whisper in your ear and cause
Pretty much.
confusion, right? So I might be, might not be the most friendliest book on the bookshelf, but those are new books. That's why they frilly. Nobody ain't fucking with me.
Exactly.
I'm not that book,
Hmm.
right? So
And let's make this very
it
clear.
is what it is, man. Yeah,
I I never ever want a dog and Netstar to fight at all. Because he's trying to put the narrative that I got them between each other. Oh no, I did not. No, I did not.
no. All you did, all you did was just be somebody that needed some assistance, and I chose to assist you. That's it. My blessings will come. I'm not worried about that. It's called paying it forward, right? So that's what I
Exactly.
did. I got a granddaughter now.
See what Netstar did for D9. The same, gave
Yeah,
her a cell phone.
yeah,
The same thing.
yeah. I didn't do nothing that he didn't do. He just don't like the person I did it for. That's all. But that's his problem, not mine, right? So I can live with my choices. That's you, right? I'm not the one kissing ass, running around whispering in people's ear. I put it on Front Street. Either you fuck with it or you don't. But when the devil burn you, because he is playing two sides of the fence, motherfuckers. Right? I got the
Right.
audio, motherfuckers. I got the audio. And I ain't talking about me. Alright? The same person who
Right.
you keep meat riding, you playing two sides. Say you not. You know,
Right.
you can't. You finished. You finished. I already put the
And you,
sword in
and
you,
you
my nigga.
know, you are nobody's tower, Netstar. You are nobody's tower. Cleaning your scope. You can't be around guns. Okay, we already know that. There's facts. There's news about it. So stop bringing other people involved that don't want to be involved in it
Listen,
because it's your mess, not theirs.
when
Handle
you
your business.
when you caught that when you was involved with that little boy, you wasn't supposed to have no firearm around you. And that was 9 years ago. So you still ain't supposed to have one around you right now. So that's what I'm saying. Stop threatening me. Stop talking crazy. You're playing yourself, bro. Look at what's going on the internet. The simplest shit is getting niggas charges. You worry because Willie said he gonna sue you, right? You the one calling this nigga all type of crazy shit, publicizing it, wanting people to endorse it. It's you, nigga. I ain't got nothing to hide. What the fuck, y'all? What are you gonna say I did? Huh? What are you gonna say? I gave you somebody's phone number. I never called nobody. See, I'm not like you. I was just gonna go see the nigga. I don't need what I need to talk to him for. If I felt as violated as you seem to feel, I'd have been went there. Nigga, I'm from that part of town.
Yep.
He said he bought Penn State. He said he bought a college. And I kind of my homie used to go to Penn State. What is it, Penn State? University of Pennsylvania. One of them shits, he went to the Ivy League. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I don't know where that's at too. If I
What I
really
don't get is
want to
that
go,
I think too about it after the fact you already knew it was a lie. You still continue on with it, but thrown into somebody else's lap. But you still continue on with it.
yeah, because
You know,
you want us to hate him. You want to plant hate inside our heart. I
Yeah.
can't let you do that, bro.
And
You live with hate. I'm done. Hey,
got you.
no, that no, I'm listening.
I mean, shoot. You have certain people that they are that that they don't know how to hold themselves accountable or anything like that. And 9 times out of 10, they will never know what accountability is, and they'll actually blame their own problems. Of, oh, this person that. Okay, so let's put it like this: go around, and you have to sit. How did I bring these problems? If you brought those problems, yeah, you go around and hold yourself accountable. If you didn't go around and bring those problems, right, or anything like that, you're good also. But if you brought those
Right,
problems, yeah, you have to hold yourself accountable for what part is going on. If you see like a and sometimes you have certain people that tells, "Oh, you've been right there, right there. Oh, you have to do this, okay?" But 9 times out of 10, if you know that, if you actually research, "Oh, what did I do wrong?" And if you find like in your stuff that you didn't do wrong, okay, I understand. But if somebody who blatantly wants to actually gaslight you and everything like that, like you did something wrong when in actuality you did it, 9 times out of 10,
hmm
either you don't have to you have to go around and see if you're bringing bad people or you're bringing like a bad aura. Because sometimes,
right,
it's like bad people, and then you thinking that everybody's good until it is shown that not everybody's good, and then you might be at fault. So you have to take
right, right.
accountability for that too, and I
That's
had
right.
to.
I'm telling you. But
Yeah.
here go the thing. I don't want to keep going back and forth with you. I don't. I got better things to do on YouTube. Right. I'm not an expose chin. Right. But you know the shit we got. We've been very
Yeah.
nice to you tonight. You know that, right? Not meaning you, Don. I'm talking about him. You know the
Yeah. I understand.
hellfire. You know,
Yeah.
right? Lucky know there's a missile called the hellfire. We ain't even hit you with none of those yet. And this ain't no AI bullshit. Y'all niggas know I don't do AI when I go live. And my AI ain't no bullshit AI. I only do face swaps and make little short movies with my AI. That's it. I don't alter people's in. Well, yeah, I do. I do. I do. I take your face and I superimpose it on whatever I want to. But no, this is I see. I'm an old school battler. That's why y'all gotta come and put all of these flashy nigga. I'm gonna stand in the paint and I'm gonna give you a verbal beat down, like I did this morning on Brandy's chin. Right? Got way up under your skin, right? See, I ain't gotta scream and all that. I figured you out. Mm-hmm. You's a girl in a man's body. You confused, right? You don't know if you want to be hard or soft, right? Your chi
Well,
is
that sounds
moving
like
in
somebody.
reverse. Well,
Yeah.
I'm stuck with my face.
It sounds like half my haters that I deal with right there, that they still on that. Oh, I'm going to tell you what your ethnicity is, and then on top of it, when they don't see that their point is going across, they still come up with more lies. I mean, out of my stuff of being a YouTuber, right?
But
I've been
Don,
called everything under the sun,
but why would
and
it
it's
bother a
funny
person so bad though that you like? Why does it bother them so bad?
because it's like this: it's a racist agenda. What's going on? And my existence as a man, as a guy that that's not uh, abhorrently racist, meaning that okay,
Right,
I'm not gonna go around and just hate on you just for the heck of it. You know what I'm trying to say?
right, right.
And since that, since I don't go with the racial banter and everything like that, and certain people that have a certain type of ways, it show like the miseducation on other people. They'll actually they'll actually rather go against a person who will go against the narrative instead of understanding that person. And that's why it bothers them that I'm like, oh, they try to disapprove a story which they can't really do any research. And when you actually tell a liar or a gaslighter, if you want to go around and know about me, go research. They can't do the research and they think that they know it all, but yet they can't do the research. And
Hmm.
when they don't do the research, or when they do, they find out that you were actually wrong, they're not going to go admit it that they're wrong. So therefore, they go with
Nope.
another lie, and then another lie,
That's right.
and then another
That's
lie.
right.
And then after a while, I'm like, how many lies that y'all gonna go make? And then on top of it, some of the lies are so unintelligible. Like for example, if a person docks somebody, how the heck you dock somebody? He's like, oh, I talked to your family, this, that, and the third, and all this other stuff. When the fact is, you don't know me. You never met me in the street or anything like that. And 9 times out of 10, half the people that certain people talk crap on, you will never meet them in the street. But yet they think that they know your whole life just because they doxed the person.
They know. They
I'm
know
like,
moments
I
of
ain't
your
got
life.
time for it. There's better things under the sun.
No.
Not even. It's like, okay, you just think that you know something, right? And it might be moments or whatever. But the thing is though, if you don't actually know the person, how the heck you could say that you actually know them? You really don't.
You don't. You can't. You can't.
So, hmm
I got about like 20 more minutes before I lose you guys, so I might as well just hang on in there for a little bit more.
got you.
Look, I don't like at the end of the day, you know what? I go to sleep knowing who I am, what I'm about, and I'm not a tough girl. I don't claim to be. I don't do none of that stuff. And I don't like pick fights on with people for fun for this to happen. I am who I am. If people actually knew me, like the people that actually know who I am in real life, they know why I am who I am, and why and the people that got to know me and are still getting to know me, even on the internet, know who I am and how I am, and you know, I'm just I don't think anybody in this world or in this platform or on the chat likes to be called out of their name, especially when they're just trying to defend themselves for somebody who just sat there and
Come on.
like I don't even know the
Come
words
on.
for it. I don't even know the
Not
words for it.
somebody that not somebody who you want people to perceive you in this type of light. You wearing a
Yeah.
mask, bro. Take the mask off. Let the people know who you really are.
My confusion stands with somebody that I called a liar. How did it go from me calling him a liar to all of a sudden, the brethren, because they were day ones and I'm a woman and a woman. How did it go from me calling you a liar to all of a sudden you just mad because I spoke up for myself and I defended myself and I called you out for something that you did and you didn't even have the respect to come to me, and talk to me behind the scenes. But then 2 weeks later, you want to act on a live saying, "Oh, I don't know why. You could have kept it in the community." Yeah, I may have went to Willie, but you didn't give me the ability to, because the 2 times that you try to bamboozle me behind my back, and I have a right to defend myself, you would not let me talk. And I'm not playing your games. I'm sober there, Net Star. I have been. And I always will be, because I have a drink on the weekend, every other weekend, or maybe. I'm an adult. I'm a grown ass adult. Nobody pays my bills but me. But me. Okay? So if
What
I want to have a
worry
drink,
about?
go
All right,
ahead.
baby.
No, go
No, I was
ahead. Go
telling them.
ahead.
I was telling them worry about the rap in your family. Is it you or is it the other person? That's what you need to be concerned
Huh?
with, right? Did you? I'm saying, is that why you be looking over your shoulder and all that? Is you? Do you know somebody that's in witness protection? I'm just
Mm,
asking you. I'm just
mm.
asking, because when you telling on drug organizations, right? Things sometimes they don't like that, and they could be violent. I mean, I don't know.
I never in my life ever dealt with some, I don't know how to, like this dude, he's lucky that he didn't do this in front of my face, because I'd have jumped all over him like a spider monkey. The way he talked to me and the audios that I heard him coming out of pocket about me, I don't think any of you guys don't understand. I mean, words. Yeah, this is the internet, and so but the things that he said, I would never let him speak to me that way,
All right,
ever.
this is the thing. I want y'all to understand this. Stop fucking saying this is the internet. This is about respect. If you
Yeah,
can't respect another human being from afar, then you don't need to be around other human beings,
exactly. Good
right?
point.
Because if you don't have enough control to not disrespect somebody over a keyboard, right?
Right.
Then the
Imagine.
pop, or are you scared? That's why you do it behind the keyboard. Because in real life, somebody gonna put their hands on
Right.
you, and all that civil shit is out the window. See, it's a part of the Bible that say an eye for an eye.
Right.
And then when Jesus came, he said, turn the other cheek. So this is what I tell people all the time, right? God will kill you. Jesus is the reason why God ain't killing you. Don't get them
Right.
confused. Don't get them confused. Remember how many people David killed? Who he killed them for? God. So this is what I'm saying. Don't respect is respect. You want to be respected, give it. If a person destroys that respect, then you don't have to give it to them anymore. But you should open the door with respect because we all want it back.
Right.
So that's
I have
how
a
I live
feeling that
my
he
life.
ain't gonna stop, because the person that I talked to said that they didn't stop. They didn't stop at all. And like when they asked you to stop, you didn't stop at all. And you could care
Right.
less of how they felt or whatever. You know what I
All
mean?
Mm-hmm.
right.
Listen, I was wrong. You know what? When I came, when And you know, when I say this person's name, I don't want her to think that, you know, I'm not coming after her at all. I promise, on my own soul. I hope her the best and I want the best for her. And always have. You know what I'm saying? It did get out of control for a second there, but then when I finally saw that this person was good to go and she was doing great, I'm saying, you know what? I even said it to her, and I'll say it 1,000 times, is that I hope that she does the best that she can and lives the most happiest life with whoever she chooses to live with, because it's her life.
Right.
And I was wrong
Yeah.
for the things, but you know, that person pissed me off too. And I felt so, you know, some
Right.
type of way, you know, but you know what? It was wrong. At the end of the day, it was wrong. It's not my business. If you want to destroy it, that's fine. But I want you to do the best of the best of the best. That's all I want from you is the best. I honestly do. Especially being one woman to another. I want the best for you. It's a shitty world we live in
Yep.
as women. You know what I mean? Just like
Yep.
just like Willie. You know what? I did. He knows I did. I have nothing to hide. But at the end of the day, when I finally found the truth, I felt so stupid. You don't even understand. I felt stupid. I felt stupid. And I owned up to my shit. And I was like, you know what? I this back and forth and accusing. It's just the whole thing is just stupid. You know, it's just stupid. But like some people just take it too far. They take it too far. It doesn't
Yeah,
make
they're
any
too
sense
Right.
to take it
emotionally
too far.
invested
Yeah, they
Yeah.
because
do.
they too emotionally invested.
For what?
This became more. This became more than just YouTube for them. This is something else. So you know, they
I
go
mean, it's
above and beyond.
ridiculous.
It
Mm.
is. It's
And
childish.
Yeah.
So you know, like I said, I told you from Sunday, man. Leave it alone. Go, but we'll just walk away. No hard feelings. You know what I'm
that's
saying?
it.
But you don't want
No
to
hard
stop.
feelings.
Yeah, and you don't want to
Take the
stop.
L.
You think you, yeah,
Leave it
like
alone.
respectfully. I mean, I'm not. I don't have to talk about you. It's too easy. It's too easy.
He ain't
You are a
lying either.
giant target.
Yeah.
It's
He
easy.
ain't
It's
lying.
easy. Yeah. Listen, I could tear you down just based off of your physical appearance and your hygiene and your suspect hygiene. That's all I need. Just go
Facts.
look
He
at
ain't
my
lying.
community wall. You look like an Austin Powers character, my nigga. Stop. Just stop. Get in my time, man. Stop.
Get in my belly.
Listen. Yeah, I haven't even started. Like y'all don't even know my funny side yet. Y'all
I
only
do.
know dog with teeth. Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? It's like I would tear you apart, bro, and talk real slow, real calm, so you understand. See, I talk this way so you understand what I'm saying. I'm not a snake oil salesman like you. I want the
I
people to
put
hear
20 down
my
that he's
words.
been sitting here the whole time and he's not gonna, you know what? I put $20 down that as soon as we get off this line, he's gonna run his mouth again. Because that's just how I
He's
feel
gonna
that
go
he's
live.
that cat. Yeah, he'll go live. He'll go live. He'll run his mouth. You know what? But here's the opportunity to end this right here. Hey, look, we'll end this right here. You come up here, we won't talk about you. You don't talk about us. You stop it. You stop it. You know what I'm saying? Just stop it.
Got you.
Just stop it. I tell you right now, you know what? Since you know you want to bring up, stuff, when I was 16, I had assault and battery second, third degree on two cops, and I don't care. That was when I was 16 years old. Okay, I did my time for that. So what? So freaking what? I had a joint. I got a misdemeanor in Kentucky. So what? So what? So what?
Dude, that's
Okay.
my homie
Oh,
You
so
B
won't
this
find
is the
Dog.
nothing on my. You
real
won't find nothing on my
this is the
record.
real slippy.
You
All
won't find
right.
nothing on my record that makes me look that
Got
bad.
you.
Who that?
All right.
Got
My
back his
homie B
technical
Dog pulled up.
career.
B Dog. Yo, Brandy, I
Yeah.
don't want no
You know,
smoke.
welcome to this chat.
I like. I, what's up? That's
I don't
right.
want no smoke, Brandy. Fuck, bro. He woke up
Like we
this morning, got me feeling
you're a career
bad.
criminal. This is public record. This isn't
Facts.
something that's a secret. This is public record. You are a career criminal.
It's printed in the
I don't have
paper.
any no.
It's printed in the paper,
Yeah,
bruh. Sue them. Don't
bro.
don't talk that Sue
But
shit to
you don't
me.
want to tell us,
Sue the Seattle Post or the Washington Post. Sue them.
Got you.
Tell them to retract the rat paperwork that they got in the newspaper too. Tell them to pull that out. Cause somebody with your first name and your last name cooperate in a major
Wow.
way.
Wow.
You taking down organizations.
Damn. Oh
I
yeah.
told you we've been nice
Uh,
tonight, bro.
all right. A quick shout out to my homegirl Ria of 5 from Japan, and a lot of my Filipino supporters that are
hey,
actually watching. So you know, I have to give them a shout out because
hey,
you know they're
What's
actively
going
supporting
on?
the kid. Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's
salute,
what's up.
salute.
Ghost dog. Yeah, be
Yo,
ready for tomorrow because you know we want to actually try to get it popping when they're talking about the martial arts. So you know, it's either that and then on
yeah, I'm
Oh
with
Friday.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So
that.
I
I'm
actually
with
try to
that.
contact a lot of martial art masters with you know my show and everything. So I've actually
Right.
I could actually say that I've actually interviewed 4 major martial artists. As you know, Pete, he's one of them because
Okay.
he's actually going to be a third showdown in Seido Karate. I actually interviewed another
Okay.
a Dominican martial arts master by the name of Gilberto Santana, and
Okay.
also I've actually interviewed a Jiu-Jitsu master in New York also. So they were talking about their system and a wushu master.
Mm.
I mean in Philadelphia. So
Nice.
with that, I'm just saying
Nice.
like anybody who's a martial arts expert, I'm trying to say that every Wednesday I do a segment on the martial arts. So therefore we could actually make this a safe space. Meaning that there's no hate,
Hell
there's
yeah.
I'm gonna
nothing like
tell
that.
my homie
I'm not
about
gonna
this.
go around. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I actually try to tell a lot of my Facebook friends
He
about this also.
he's Wing Chun.
Exactly.
He
Yo, that
does
sounds
Wing
great.
Chun. He
Nice,
practiced under third generation Itman.
nice.
Yeah, because
That's my homie who
yeah,
I go
man. I
shooting
mean,
with. That's my homie.
Hey, I'm about to get off
because
of here real quick. I just want to
all
say,
right.
since Brandy's here real
Uh,
quick, I don't want to interrupt you guys. So you guys do your thing. Listen, I got no problem with you. I hope you do amazing things. You're doing amazing. Keep it up. I've got no problem. Dog's got no problem. We have no problem with you. We're proud of you. Keep doing what you're doing, okay? Just be careful
Yeah,
around your
and B
surroundings.
Dog, thank you for showing on the channel. You know, I'm just an
Yeah.
onlooker, so I might have said like maybe snide opinions, but other than that, I really have no hate towards you. So
No, I don't
with
got no
that
hate
said,
towards you.
with that said, you know, going back to the martial arts, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I
So
love y'all.
if
I'm gonna get
tomorrow,
off
if
of here.
anything, I'm
yeah.
saying all
I'm about to go to
people,
bed.
all
All
right,
right, luck. Be
okay,
safe.
you too, lucky. So I'm like, yo,
Oh, and the dog, if shit
I
pops
was
off, you
actually
come
trying to
get me,
go
Tomorrow,
okay?
over.
Love
8 o'clock. Yeah.
Yeah,
Tomorrow, 8 o'clock.
yeah, 8 o'clock or 8:30. I
What
mean,
time you setting off to?
it's either
Okay. All
it's
right.
either or because you know I might start at 8 o'clock or 8:30 because of you know Pete's schedule, my co-host. So you know
Right.
I'll just
Okay.
have that right in, and then you know
Whatever.
all your
Yeah.
friends you could actually
Yeah.
give
I'll
your
pull
friends
up.
the StreamYard link too, and teach them how to go to StreamYard, and we could actually vibe and
Right.
show about the martial arts.
Okay. All right. Cool. That's what's up. That's a
Yeah.
good conversation right there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well,
Because I've
Don,
been
thank you for
because the
having me.
reason why
You know what I'm saying? Allowing
oh
us.
yeah, of course. Mm-hmm.
No doubt. Well, I'm here. Go ahead.
Yeah.
What you were saying?
I was saying because I've always wanted you to be on the martial arts panel, and I've been trying to get Crisis Black to come to the chat. Crisis Black came the first
Okay,
time, but I've
cool.
been trying to get Crisis Black to come through because I know that he is an expert in the martial arts as well. So
Okay, that's
that's
what's
what
up.
I've
I
been.
didn't even know Crisis is getting down like
Yeah,
that.
nah, because Crisis, me and him, we were talking when we were talking about, I guess, a certain thing, because Crisis was a battle rapper.
Yeah, yeah.
So I
Right,
actually have
yeah.
the interview on one of my on one of my things. So the thing is, though, I was trying to say, I was trying to get Crisis Black too, to to come through and everything because he's
And talk about his
I think
martial
he's the
art
second.
experience.
Yeah, I think he's the second belt in his martial arts. But then my friend Pete, he's actually
Nice,
second
nice.
degree black belt in the Marine Corps martial arts, and he's a second degree black,
Mm.
going to be third degree Shodan in Seido Karate. Anytime, Phoenix.
Yeah, that's a bad man right there.
Yeah.
That's a bad man right there. You don't want no problems with that.
Mm-mm.
They don't even know.
Yeah.
It's people walking around that you wouldn't even know that know so much martial arts that you don't even want to turn. You don't
Yeah.
even want to get them started.
Exactly.
Second degree in military martial arts, second dan. Yeah, you gonna get your ass.
Hey, Gigi, how you doing?
You gonna do one or two more. Yeah, you gonna get hit with one or two more and finish.
And that's it.
Finish. Yeah. Like people don't understand the power of martial arts because they only see it on TV. They don't take the time to really understand it.
They don't understand the real power of
You
it.
know, no, how to use what's it? Basically, uh, the word you use their energy against them. And the body is so complex, but at the same time it's so delicate. So there's points on your
Right.
body that you really don't want nobody to hit you.
Exactly. Or
But
points that you never
if
knew
you
that you
don't
had.
know, you don't
All
know.
right.
So
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. This is my
So
homegirl
this is
Gigi.
this is gonna be an
Gigi, this
interesting
is
conversation.
Dog Soldier.
Hey
Dog Soldier,
Gigi,
this is Gigi.
Hey, how are you?
how you doing, Gigi?
Yeah, we're doing good.
All right, how are you?
What y'all talking about?
Well, we was actually talking about
Right now we was just
another beef that was in another sector. So it's not like anything related. We were just talking about general stuff, and it was me, my homegirl Lucky Strike. Don Jose was around here too, and Giorgio was here for a little bit, but I don't know what happened. But
Oh, I just thought it was open topic, so I came up.
yeah.
you know
I
kung fu.
really
So this is like
I'm
go
playing.
ahead.
I'm playing.
Go ahead. What'd
Now
you
I
say? I'm
asked her,
sorry.
did she know kung
yeah,
fu? Now,
I was saying you know
no, I said, do you know kung fu?
No, I don't. But I might have to learn some because
Oh, okay.
I was just watching these videos about how the ports are empty and everybody about to be out here fighting for the food and the supplies. Have y'all seen that? Have y'all
yeah.
checked on it?
No, I haven't checked it yet, but
Well, no, I'm about to check my yard because I got fruit trees. I'm all right.
yeah.
Oh, that's good.
I'm about to
I,
become
I
a fruit.
Well, the
I
I'm about
know
to
in the
become a
future
fruitarian.
I might have to get like a deep freezer.
no, like literally the ports are like emptying now and all the boats are held in China. So like in 2 weeks,
the shelves are going to be empty, and people are already now
It's gonna
panic
be
buying.
out.
I'm breaking up, ain't I?
What?
A little bit, but not that much.
Not
We can
really.
still
Oh,
Not really.
talk.
Yeah.
so yeah, I'm just saying. I was just like,
And
wow, I
everything.
think I gotta buy some stuff like extra rice and all that type of stuff because it's about to get real out here within like 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Let me tell you what you do. You buy you some rice, beans. You know what I'm saying? Buy you staple food, right? Stuff that you
yeah,
know got some shelf life to it.
Yeah.
right.
And like and
Hmm.
Don, I mean, and you know whatever needs you into, you know, and just pray that. And I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah. Me
You know
personally, I'm
this.
not. I'm not really.
No, people should be
I'm
taking
not
it
really a
very seriously
supporter.
because even if Trump gives up and says whatever about the tariffs, it's too late because we still would have to wait for them to send more ships. So no matter
Right.
what, it's going to be like a rough period.
Right.
I'm
I'm
breaking up too
prepared.
bad.
I'm going shopping.
Yeah, I'm gonna go shop tomorrow. Matter of
Like
fact.
we hear everything you're saying. Yeah, I'm hitting
Oh,
it up
okay.
tomorrow.
All right.
That's dope. I'm
So,
glad you.
Yeah.
so who's beefing in
Like
the
you know.
other sector?
Well, okay.
Uh,
I'll put it. I'll put the little synopsis of it. So, as you know, Gigi, I hang in another sector, which I actually call the aggressive gang, right, or aggressive family. So I just went there after certain people. When I was in other sectors and stuff. I'm not saying your sector. I'm saying the other sector I was involved with, the Hispanic sector. They started acting
Hmm.
stupid and ratchet and all the other stuff. So when one of the guys, I guess whatever, when their channel right there, I just actually thought it was whack. I actually came across aggressive defiance. So I checked in and I didn't really know anybody because I just saw this on my algorithm. So after a while, after getting to know Dog, Crisis, AD, who I call aggressive defiance, I shout out to authorized personnel, also AP. As soon as I start actually getting to know certain people and what they stand for and everything, they actually showed love and respect. Meaning, Dog, AD actually came to this chat once in a while. One time he actually gave me a shout out, actually promoted me as such, and even though that I may not have been the capacity of other supporters, I have shown my support to AD. So with that said, AD, Dog, uh, Wookie, medicated Wookie, shout out to Lil Maine, shout out to Lucky Seven, shout
This is
out
the
to
Latino
T,
sector.
and all the. Oh, I mean, there's not so much Latinos. The only Latinos is
Oh,
like maybe AD because he's part Mexican, but he doesn't speak Spanish. It's my friend. It's my friend Angel Crispin. I know that there's another Latino right there, if I'm not
mhm.
mistaken. I think I had spoken to her. Maybe it might have been AD's forum, it might have been another forum, but I have spoken to this woman. So it's just that it's everybody. The only thing is that you have to stand what you are. There might be certain problems, but then problems might be handled and such like that. So that's why I say the aggressive section there. That's why I've been hanging and all that other stuff. Oh, Gigi, you want to
what's
know
that like
what's
the
funny,
beef
right?
sector, the
No,
aggressive
no, no,
sector?
no,
Is that
no.
like
I'm just saying
Nah,
what's
not
funny.
really.
no?
What is what is funny, right? But by some art of magic or anything like that, which I don't really believe in because I believe in God. Um, they say that I'm now an official member of the Golden Sphere. How did that happen, right, Gigi?
They're, they're trolling you.
Yo, that is funny. Yeah, I guess I'm a part of the Golden Sphere, right? I didn't know I
When you hang
was.
around
I
the
just thought I was a
space, like
messenger.
we've all denounced the golden, we've all denounced the golden sphere, but once you're around a space, people just always associate you with that because that's where you started or whatever. But you didn't even start over there. But you've been around for a while though, so they're just trolling
Thank
you.
you.
But you're definitely Golden Sphere, ex Golden Sphere
No,
adjacent, right? Yeah.
I guess so. I was just like, yo, that was just something funny on my part.
The Golden Sphere, there is no more Golden Sphere. Who's in the Golden Sphere?
I'm like, I didn't even know that was a thing until because it was like when I first met you and I guess other people. I met you through Hazel because Hazel actually showed up on Radical's channel, and then me and George, we actually have a history before anything because me and him we actually met on Telegram, and there's a
What?
channel that I actually yeah
How did
me and
that
George, we
happen?
actually met on Telegram because it's like this. Me and George, right? There was a chat on Telegram that's like it's like the worst of the worst. People that hate each other, um, super racist, super
Wow.
ignorant. You know everything down the third, right? So me, I actually go and troll these people, and I don't really do anything like that. I just say something stupid, and then they just latch onto it. So it's not like how should I say malevolent trolling that I actually have beef with anybody because I just take it as a joke. So so when I was actually talking, like I guess on that panel on Telegram, Giorgio actually recognized my voice. Yo, shout out to you, Rakim, 18th letter, by the way.
Hey,
So
Rakim.
when he actually when he actually saw me recognize me, he was like, "Yo, you're that dude from Telegram." I was like, "What?" And then me and Giorgio started talking. I was like, "Yeah, I know you and everything like that." And then that's how our friendship became of everything. So
That's
that's how
wild.
that's the unique story of Giorgio because I never dissed that man or anything like that. He just heard my voice. He's like, "Yeah, I recognize you." And he's
It's
on my and
crazy who you
Giorgio.
run into on YouTube too. It's like these YouTube streets are so big, but yet so small. It's amazing who you
I
run
mean,
into out here.
Hmm.
it's funny because on TikTok, well, not TikTok so much.
Don,
It
don't
was
mean to
on
cut
Facebook.
you.
That's where I most
I'm about to get ready for bed.
got you. Oh, all
See you
right,
tomorrow.
yo.
For having me,
God bless
Gigi.
you.
Nice
Go,
meeting you.
so go,
I'll be
You
there
go.
too.
tomorrow.
Have a good
You
night.
already know. You already
Of
know,
course,
Don.
of
All
course,
right.
man.
I'll see you
All right,
tomorrow, Don.
all right. See you tomorrow too, soldier.
Bye.
So you know
That is
that's what it
crazy
is. That's yeah. It's
to
crazy,
me.
but
Just to like randomly find each other again on this side of YouTube in this little dark hole over here. That's wild. So what you guys were on a
yeah.
what was y'all? You said y'all was on a racist chat room? Is that what you said y'all was on?
It was not some. It's like this. It was a chat called. It was a chat, right? Called
Uh-huh.
it's a debate chat, right? Where everybody debates, whether it's good debate with somebody who's educated or bad debate where everybody I guess they're fed up with life and they want to curse each other out or make them feel good or make themselves feel good, right? So you got
Hmm.
certain people even who are like from international countries. I'm talking about Iraq, Germany, Australia, all these places, right? So they go around
Hmm.
and you have certain people who lean to the far right, you have people who are leftist, you have certain people who are communists. So you have certain people that they just diss each other and everything like that. It's like, oh, I'm going to go and box you up some, or something stupid of that matter. So therefore, since I went up and I was like, okay, I was on the troll stuff. I just joined this stuff anyway. So I was like,
Hmm.
all right, bet. You, so I'll be like so I'll troll like I'm the super guy whatsoever, and I say stupid things, and then either people will curse me out for it or anything like that. But yet they don't know that I'm just actually giggling and everything like that. And none of these people, in reality, are not if they even have money, are not going to be on this anyway. So think about it. If you're going to be on like a beef sector, right? 9 times out of 10, you might be roughly making like 50 or 60,000 a year, maybe 70 or 90, right? So therefore, if you're gonna
Hey,
go
Irby.
and involve you, he's like, oh, I want to fight and everything like that. You think you're gonna go around with your money to devote your time just to meet somebody and have a fight? Let's see, no. If anything, if you're a disgruntled single man, you just better go around in business, and that's what it is. It's like, okay, I've heard of sectors. It's called the beef sector, the Mo 3 sector. I'm like, okay, I don't know what Mo 3 is, but me
You know
personally,
what? I
not
think I
really
saw you
invested
somewhere,
into it.
Don. Recently, I saw you somewhere over there in the beef sector, and I was like, and I never ran into you over in them streets. I think I saw you there, like on a playback. You were somewhere over there. I said, look at Don over there in the beef sector.
I didn't know I was in the beef sector. That's the thing. It's like I say, hey, how you doing? I got
It'd
cursed
be
out. I'm like,
entertaining, though, right?
yeah, it's entertaining. I'm just there just to get my name there. Just, oh, okay. I'm not really doing anything. I'm just being there. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, this is on my algorithm. Oh, yeah, right. I watch the show. Support whatever. And
Mhm.
it is what it is. I had one thing that was like, oh, if you ain't paying, I'm blocking you. I was like, yeah, block you, and that's it. I ain't gonna go around and be invested into beef that's not gonna make me money. Let's
No,
be
no,
honest.
no, no.
Why y'all beefing? That there's
No,
countless
they're making
people
money,
who are
but
actually making
yeah,
money off you.
they're making sense for you. Hmm?
Yeah, but I'm saying the real money. Because y'all could go around and beef and make money, right? But then when y'all beefing, there's other people who's making money off of you. So
Yeah,
what's the point? You got what I'm trying to say?
yeah. Mm.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Yeah.
pretty much it. I was just coming up to say
Well,
hi or
well,
whatever, and I was bugged out by that China thing. So definitely try to buy some supplies. Take it serious. You know what I mean?
yeah. Shout out to La Profe on Instagram. And on a note,
All right, Don. I'm gonna jump down to the chat. Okay.
Shout out to
or
everybody.
or anytime.
I was
How
just
you
about
doing,
ready to
Rakim?
jump down. Hi, Rakim. I'm about to go, but hi.
What's going on, Gigi? How you been?
I've been good. How about you? I haven't seen you around in a while.
Yeah, I'm out here working, trying to make me some money. I'm in Ohio
That's
right now, so
Oh,
that's
all
what's
right.
up.
That's
Go ahead and
I've
holla
always
at
wanted to
Blue.
go to Ohio.
what you
Go
say,
holla at
Don?
Blue.
Blue. Oh man, you bet, you bet. I go holler at
All
him. I
Man,
right,
might
y'all.
not come back. I might not. I
nah.
might not come back. I'm like,
Never mind that. Never
hey,
mind
think
that. We don't
about
need
it.
that. All right, I'm getting down. Bye, y'all.
Mm.
Then he'll be
All right,
uploading new
bye.
videos. He'll be uploading new videos. He'll come back again after he did me something. He'll be like,
Mm.
we got to get rid of these black guys. Don, what's been going on, brother? How you been?
Now I've been doing all right. I had like maybe family tragedies or whatsoever, and I just had a recent friend that was like a guy who was also like a mentor in my early days when I wanted to rap in the Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
Like I can't say I wanted to rap in the Dominican Republic, but I recorded my verse, which was in English at the time. So he was like a good mentor at that time. Me and him, we actually had a friendship, and then I just found out that he passed away. So me and Pete, we're actually sad about that because we both knew this person. Pete knew this person more than I did because Pete was actually raised in the town.
Okay.
So it was something that took us way back. It took us about. So
I'm sorry to hear about the stuff you've been going through and everything, brother. I hope you're able to.
and then on top of it, that accident that happened in the Dominican Republic, the jet set
Yeah,
tragedy.
yeah,
I
I
actually
remember.
lost a distant cousin of mine due to that. So it was me and her. We always used
Sorry
to
to hear
talk
that.
via Facebook and everything like that. She always congratulated me and stuff. I wanted to go and meet her, but then fate decided that it was not good. That was not to be. So
Sorry to hear that, brother. Sorry to hear that.
yeah, yeah, little man, I'm on IG.
Yeah, man. I just kind of been moving around, working myself, man, paying bills and whatnot. Just back and forth work, back and forth work. Other than that, I haven't been too much anything. A lot of the people that we came up with, they
Got
don't
you.
go live no more.
I mean, me personally, it's like I ain't gonna go around and lie. It's like there's certain spaces that I actually remove myself from, and I'm just actually
Right.
focusing on just doing my own brand.
Understood.
So if you
Understood.
don't see me at a certain if you don't see me in certain spaces that actually talk about ignorance and everything like that,
Yeah.
I don't involve myself in that. And you may not actually see me around those spaces again because I'm just actually on my own space, my own time, and everything like that. And I'm
Right.
just focusing on building my brand. I was supposed to build my brand like whatsoever,
Uh huh.
but then after a while, I was like, you know what? If you see a whole bunch of people that they want to actually spout ignorance and lies, and then when you actually bring up the proof, they want to bring lies anyway. So my thing is that okay, since people want to play the lying game, I'm just gonna go and do my own game, my own thing. Certain people could go around and watch from the clouds, then go and talk about stuff that they think they didn't know about me or anything like that. I don't care because at the end of the day, I'm focused on my own, and whoever likes me likes me. If you don't. I don't really
Right.
care. I'm just doing
That's
what I have to
understandable.
do. I'm just focusing on my own platform. And ever since then, I've actually have like maybe a broader audience because I have people from the Philippines that come up and they support, and
Shout out to
I
the
have people in
Philippines,
India,
man.
sometimes Vietnam, and and then I still do what I have to do, and they still support. So, and then I support
Yeah.
them. That's what it
Global,
is.
international. That's what it's about, man. That's what it's about, man. I mean,
Yep.
yeah, those spaces.
Hmm.
A lot of people have outgrown those spaces. All of that hate, spreading all of that hate, ignorance, and all of that stuff, man. It's become sickening, especially when people realize it's not getting them nowhere.
Yeah, it's not. It's not getting anywhere if it's about okay. If the time and time thing again is to prove that what I'm not. When the fact is they have no evidence, they have nothing or anything like that. So, with that said, that's why I'm like, okay,
Are people still trying to say you're
what
not?
you're gonna throw next?
There's people that still trying to say you're not Dominican or something like that.
And that's old because I already showed the proof, and they still saying that.
And you
That
know what's
tells you
crazy? I bet like
mental
if it
illness
was
is real.
yeah, and I bet and like you know what's crazy in the same breath those people will say a person of Japanese descent or if they're majority of Euro descent, they Dominican if they live on the island. But you're not. That's funny.
Yeah, but you know what? I don't. I had to learn that you don't want to go and appease ignorant people because when people actually try to hit you up on lies, the truth will actually destroy their life, and that's it. And me personally, you have certain people that
Yeah, that's
that
a
they
whole
actually
that's a whole fact. That's a
that
whole fact.
hmm and you have certain people that you actually live rent free in their heads, and you don't even have to do anything.
Right.
So with that, I'm like, more promotion for me. I don't really
Right.
care.
Right. I feel you on that one.
Hmm.
Feel you on that one, man. Yeah, I seen you be stopping by Nighty Channel sometimes, man. Saw you over there
Yeah, I
a couple
do.
times now.
I
Yeah.
mean, like,
I mess with
I
Nighty.
mean, it's like this. I'll stop at 90's channel, and that's it. That's the only channel. and then Aggressive Defiance. Those are the only channels I actually stop by, and Don Jose's also.
Right.
And then on top of it, the gentleman that was here on Ghost Soldier, whenever he goes live, I go and I support because, hey, it is what it is.
Right. Right. That's what it's about. Yeah, I'm gonna start. It's gonna be a minute, but I'm gonna start doing lives
Yeah.
again myself, man, because I got things that I want to talk about. Like you say, just create my own space for the people that want to hear what I got to say, and maybe want to offer their own input or their own perspective.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because because I don't like I'm not a nasty person. I'm not a hateful person or nothing like that. So I like after a while it became exhausting. Remember we rewinded back 2.5 years ago, man. It was hate central. It was hate central, man. People were saying the most
It's
nasty.
still, I guess it's still hate central,
mean.
and you
Yeah.
will never see me around there again.
Yeah, that's true. I guess when people feel like they don't have anything going for themselves, the internet can be their most powerful tool to voice on how they feel on the inside. Because a lot of that is just projection on how you feel
All
on
right.
the inside. So what do you think, Don, about I've seen people, they was talking about hip hop and everything. What do you think about it at this particular point
To
in
me,
the
it's
stage?
this is one thing that I'm just saying, and a lot of people who want to get their panties bunched up, whether it be celebrities or anything like that, let's put it out to pasture. The first guy who actually went up and brought those talking points, Tariq Nasheed, he's actually not from the land. So therefore, I'm not going to go around and listen to anything that man has to say because at the end of the day, he's not from the land. By the way, this is my cat, and she's getting her 15 minutes of fame, like she always do. Hmm. Yeah, yeah, I'm going to give you that steak. Now get down. Nah, yeah, I just say that. Nah, but the reason why I'm saying is that with Tariq Nasheed, he's not from the land, right? So he wants to
Right.
talk about African American and everything like that. But guess what? He was not from the land, bro. You don't go around and speak on hip hop if you're not even connected to people. Now you have certain people who want to join your bandwagon. Okay, in the case of Lord Jamar, yeah, he might be. But guess what? Why the heck you? Why the heck you actually supporting the man that actually calling your ancestors that came here from Guyana and such tethers? So therefore, if you actually look at the actual definition of tether, it has nothing to do with race. It has something to do with the rope. So therefore, if you calling people tethers and all this stuff, when the fact is the man's wife is either Latino or of Haitian American descent, he actually defeats his own purpose. Number one. Number two, countless people, everybody was getting ready for Tariq Nasheed because he was going to make a documentary on hip hop, and it didn't happen because he was using photos that was not actually licensed. So if he was to actually go with the documentary, he would have been sued. Number three, Tariq Nasheed, Dr. Umar, and all these so-called thought leaders, they're not really thought leaders. Because let's put it like this. The best example is Brother Polite. He was talking about, getting all aggressive and everything like that. When it found out that this guy was a whole pee-pee toucher. And I'm saying that because, you can't say certain words on YouTube because they'll actually demonetize you. But you have all these thought leaders. You have people who are fighting ideological wars, and people who are actually sucked up into the system don't know the basis of why you actually having a disagreement with that person to begin with. So that goes back to hip hop. If people actually go and look at the history of hip hop, it has West Indians, it has Latinos, and it has African Americans, right? So when you actually look at all the cultural aspects of hip hop. Some of them technically is Latin because think about it. Okay, the argument is that okay, the conga drum came from Africa, right? So who actually brought the conga drums to the United States? It was
Latinos,
thanks to the
Latinos.
Ricans and
Yeah,
the Cubans, right?
yeah,
So
because those
the
like
reason
it's
why I
not.
say that,
Yeah, because that's not in. It was brought by the Latinos, especially a thing in New York, because with our history as African Americans, the conga drums was taken away. It was stripped, so we wasn't allowed
right,
to use them. So that part of our culture was long forgotten. But the conga drums continue to thrive over in the Caribbean, such as Cuba and Puerto Rico.
right. But in Puerto, it's mostly Cuba the conga drum actually came from, because the Puerto Ricans they have a a drum that kinds of mirror in the Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico. We have drums that kind of mirror. I mean, the conga drum by its appearance, but it's like it's either too small or it's too big. So even though they're Puerto Ricans, they play the conga drum and everything like that. It's not originally from Puerto Rico because the drum that actually looks like a conga drum, but it's actually not. It's called a bata, if I'm not mistaken. So that drum is actually used in the music. I guess they call it bomba y plena. That's like the original music of Puerto Rico. And then when they play that music, they actually have a guitar which is called a cuatro. So, but the cuatro is the Puerto Rican cuatro, and then they have the Cuban cuatro guitar also. So that's where I guess certain things come. I guess that's the different, between the Caribbean. But as far as the conga drum, think about it. The first African American and Latino um, collaboration. I'm not gonna say it always happened, but I'm just saying the one in the record was with Dizzy Gillespie and Chano Pozo from Cuba. Listen to that track and you'll be like, wow. That's all that's all you have to listen to. And I think it happened like in 1946, if I'm not mistaken. I could be corrected, but you know, that, that track happened between Dizzy Gillespie and Chano Pozo. So if I was you, 18th letter, listen to that track. Hey, Rakim, you still there?
Yeah, Don. Sorry about that. I'm still here. I had to unhook that equipment and everything really quickly. I was listening, and I'm definitely gonna go check out that track.
All right. Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and check out for a minute, Don. I'm gonna join back if you're still live. I gotta go finish this paperwork up for this load I just dropped.
Yeah, me, I'm about to close. I'm about to close out because I got to run certain errands tomorrow. But thank you for showing up, Rakim.
No problem, man. I'm gonna have to make sure that I show up on the next one. I know I haven't been around in a while. I've been kind of busy here and there, but
I hear you.
I'm gonna definitely show up next time you do another live stream.
Got you.
All right, you take it easy, Don. Shout out to everybody in the chat.
You too. Yo. Well, that was all, folks. It was a good night and everything like that. Shout out to all my supporters. Tomorrow night, we're actually going to talk about the martial arts. Everybody come through. If you got questions, you could actually ask Senpai Pete. I would try to answer the questions with the best of my ability, and Dog also. So, it's going to be an interesting night tomorrow. So, stay blessed, stay positive, and peace.